Yeah, go live, go live. Hi, guys. Okay, cool. Move down. One sec. Just a technicality, you know? Coolio. Right. You know me. You have to brush the blue. Right. So we've got an interesting show. I got the time zones wrong. Usually LA is 9 hours behind. I don't know if because we've gone an hour forward, maybe that's why I got it wrong. So sue me. But yeah, cool. Let's shall we start the show? We've got a special guest. I ain't got any lippy on. Brand new one that I want on. Come on. Right, let's just get that on. And then I can do my introducing. We can do that. We are. Oh no, this is not happening. This is like, damn, man. So it's all melted and shit. God damn. All right, that's off the menu. This is a mess, isn't it? All right, cool. I'll have to go to my go-to. That one, I don't know. Mac, you failing me. You failing her. Beep. Cool. Right, so I'm introducing. Fred from the Barbershop.
How you doing?
Sup, Fred?
How you feeling tonight?
Sorry about the time zone debacle.
It's fine.
Chann is, I don't know, too many time zones, man. You guys have got about 1 million in the States. We just have one, you know, so.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but obviously much bigger country. I know I told all my people there was 9. I did change it, so people will trickle in. Let's get our banners going. So we have got. So Fred.
Yes.
What's up?
I'm great. How you feeling? Everything is good over here. You know, it's a 70-degree day. You know,
and, don't show off. Don't show off.
It's a good day.
Don't
it's
show
a great
off.
day to talk boxing.
It's always a good day to talk boxing, no matter the weather. I'll be competitor, whatever, as Method Man said. Where is my one sec, Fred? It's pretty bad, isn't it? You guys are like Shann's so uncouth. So where are we starting?
Wherever
Can you tell people? All right, let's tell people about yourself, innit?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Because my people might not know.
Okay.
The people. Have you put this out on so your people can know this is happening, Fred?
I did.
Okay, good.
I did.
Bring on the
and I'll repost a clip too, so they can come watch the full interview.
Okay, coolio. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Tell people a little bit about yourself, or a lot of it about yourself.
I'm just a guy who believes in himself. You know. Fearless man that is in search of the truth, you know, and sometimes you got to go through murky waters to get the truth. Sometimes you got to unlearn to learn. Sometimes you got to upset to be happy, you know, and some may say I'm a wrecking ball, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I think including myself and everyone alike deserves to hear the truth, you know. And
the truth about what exactly?
Say it again, please.
The truth about what exactly?
Just, I mean, as it pertains to boxing, you know, and how the business of boxing is the most important thing in boxing, and the fans has allowed it. And that's why we don't get the best versus the best, because we feel like the dollars that we work hard for are subservient to the goals of Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, Al Heyman, Frank Warren. You know, we just take it. What's up, Sil? Appreciate you.
Yeah, it's always one of the good guys. One of the good guys. All right. So where do you stem from though? Like meaning you from?
Oh, I'm originally from New York. Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
Originally from New York. I lived there till I was 8, and then I've been in Los Angeles County, LA County ever since.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought you were. What part of New York were you
from?
Harlem. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Been there a few times because I grew up in New York as well.
Okay.
I grew up in Staten Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. A lot of my family, my aunts just retired out of the US military.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I grew up with a lot of American influence, being in America, like I said, having American family, my mum's sister, like I said.
Right.
A couple in Canada, couple in the States. So yeah.
Right.
And my own sister, she immigrated to the States a long time ago, maybe about 27, 30 years ago, about 30 years ago now.
Oh, what state is she in?
She went to Staten Island, but now she's in West Orange, New Jersey.
Okay.
So yeah, then I grew up being there when she moved there. So yeah, last time in the States, 2016. So
yeah,
I may have to do a revisit. Intermittently, you will see me brushing my hair. So let it distract you.
I can tell. Yeah, I know they're very interested in us talking boxing. They don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They appreciate it.
Let's just jump into the deep water, man. Let's jump into the ocean.
Let's jump in. So, as we know, the arbitration.
Yes.
Because I was on your show the other day. I just came through and I was talking bits and pieces of this is before all of this. What happened, what's happened now. So the arbitration has ruled that Tyson Fury fights Deontay Wilder. Let me just scoot up a bit. That where's your stance on Deontay Wilder? Because obviously, would you say you're a member of the LDBC? You LDBC guy?
Sure.
All right. Cool. And with Deontay Wilder, with you guys, because now you've said that you're LDBC, so I can just say you guys. So with you guys, cool with all making up the narratives of why he lost.
Which one do you want to? I strongly believe that Fury had something wrong with his gloves. I mean, the pictures tell the truth. Don't feel free not to take my. All you gotta do is look at the pictures. You understand what I'm saying? And that head injury is not consistent with. I done seen thousands of fights. I'm pretty sure you have as well, and I've never seen that injury before. It's not consistent with what I typically see in a boxing match. So something went awry, and because something went awry, I think the third fight is warranted. It was contractually obligated, and it's a fight that everyone's interested in because it's dominating YouTube. Without Deontay Wilder on YouTube, who are you gonna talk about?
I know.
Exactly.
But I'd like to talk about him actually fighting.
Yeah. And the fact that I think what's being lost in the sauce, because I know you on the other side of the pond and people are going to choose their sides, and that's what makes it a rivalry. That's what makes it exciting, is the fact that Deontay Wilder is walking towards a man that beat him in the 7th round in the last fight, right?
Yeah.
So I think that deserves some type of some type of respect. And I say Tyson Fury is a formidable opponent. And I think Deontay Wilder will and is going to treat him as if he is the best fighter in the world. And he's going to come prepared, and I believe he's going to win. I genuinely believe Deontay Wilder is going to win, and I think it's going to be a fight for the ages. I think these guys are not close, but I think like they both have a self-belief in them, which is great. And I think that's what's going to make for a great build up to the fight. And I think it's going to be July 24th. It's going to be one for the ages. y'all just got to hope y'all government allows y'all to travel so y'all can support Tyson Fury. You know,
I don't really care because I don't support Tyson Fury. So.
I know you don't, but I know the fans.
Yeah,
they want a vacation.
No.
Or a holiday, as you guys call.
Yeah, we call it a holiday. Say vacation though, we still know it. So, all right. So let me go where you've gone. So you believe that there was something in Tyson Fury's gloves. I did have a glove expert on. We're still waiting for the proof of, of the cheating. To say that you got guys, I'll get to your comments in a minute because otherwise I'll lose my train of thought. And I appreciate everybody just keep chatting and I'll post. Big up Leon Figures. Here's another great show. Yes, indeed. So for you to say that these injuries that are sustained are not to do with boxing, Deontay Wilder is a sweller. So, and if you look at the actual injury, he's swollen around where he got hit, but it's not in egg-shaped form. He's swollen, and then you've got the compression bar and you can clearly see it's the shape of the compression bar. Clearly see that. If someone's cheated you, where's the doctor said these aren't consistent with a boxing match? So where's the doctor's report?
To my knowledge, they have the proof, and I guess they'll release it upon when they get ready. Mine is just visual and what I've seen over the years. You know, I'm not a doctor. I'm not even going that route. I'm just saying what I visually saw. You know, what I visually saw with Tyson Fury's gloves. You know,
what did you visually see with his gloves?
I saw that they were loose. It appeared that his hand wasn't in his gloves. They were real flappy. And it looked like there was some type of disconnect between his hand and the top of the glove, like they were going in opposite directions. So with that being said, I think that speculation deserves to be warranted. And
so whose job was that to call that?
Well, JD's went and
watch them get wrapped.
Was in charge. And you know what I say about this? Now, everyone has every right to hold JD's accountable. You know, I'm not a man that runs away from accountability. I just think that he's done it for so long that he can manipulate.
He's number 45. Let's go. En route. Go on. Sorry.
I think he can manipulate his hand in the glove. You understand what I'm saying? So I think he can get past the checkpoints. I think Tyson Fury knows how to get past the checkpoints at this point because he got past the Christian Hammer one. You understand what I'm saying? And he is just what I believe.
So Jay Diaz could see the egg weights. He would miss egg weights being put in once they're taken out of the vault with all the officials there, checked, all right.
Yeah, you also got to take into account
egg
that
weights, Jay Diaz sees it wrapped with the egg weights. So either Jay Diaz is in on it. That if that was the mantra, I'd still be like he didn't cheat, but I'd be more inclined to be like, well, at least Wilder makes sense because that would make sense. That means Jay Diaz saw the gloves get wrapped with the egg weights and did nothing, or he missed the gloves being wrapped with the egg weights. So therefore, you should be sacked.
And if you tell the whole story, his
Yeah.
gloves were loose. So like,
yeah, but he was in charge of the wrapping.
Yeah, allow me to finish the statement. If his gloves are loose, post JD's going into his locker room, he can manipulate his glove and possibly put something in there. Because
no, he can't.
Okay, well, we disagree.
No, he can't, and you know he can't. Deep down in your soul, you know he can't. He can't. You can't. You're followed around with the officials. No, you can't. And if Tyson Fury, no, I just feel stupid even entertaining the idea. So that's why I don't understand why, people such as yourselves, like, you're an intelligent man, you're an author, deep down, no, you can't. But you just have to maybe just run with the crew. No, but no, he can't. This is the title of this piece. No, he can't. Like, his hands, Tyson Fury's hands, would have been demolished as well. Punching at that velocity and then that intensity, his fingers and hands would have been demolished. You would have saw the egg weight formed whilst the sweat, because he wears the puncher's gloves. So they would have the horsehair with the thin bit of foam, just the thin bit, the pattern. You would definitely see an outline of egg weights, and his own hands would have been demolished. So the egg weight thing didn't come out until because you see with the flappy gloves, I've seen the flappy gloves as well. I've seen the flappy gloves before. I've seen Muhammad Ali with flappy gloves.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's correct. If it's wrong,
I can't hear you. You must have muted yourself.
No, I'm not muted. Can you hear me?
You're not muted. Where did you go? Fred.
Can you hear me?
You're muted. I can't. Guys, can you hear Fred?
Can you?
This always happens when we talk about Deontay Wilder. I can't hear you. What happened?
I didn't did anything.
Guys, can you hear Fred? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear Fred. Give me a thumbs down if you can't.
Brent,
because it went from hearing it to
Benatti said he can hear me.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You can hear.
I can hear you.
Me. Fred, 1 sec. Sorry, must be me. They can hear you. I definitely cannot. That's really weird. Wait, sorry, Fred. My apologies. Let me leave.
So I guess I'll do the show till she comes back. Anyways, man, I appreciate the people who don't like me, and just keep on tuning in. You know what I mean? Your addiction to me definitely supports my community. So keep on coming in, and but in the meantime, between time, I truly appreciate the support I get from the UK. It's my truth and or my opinion on my platform. So if you don't like it, feel free to leave a comment or do a video to rebuttal me, or come to my Instagram, come to my comment section. Y'all know the routine. Create 4 YouTube channels or Gmail accounts, and we'll do it like that. You know what I mean? But outside of that, keep on tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a great life in real life. The comments are for y'all, not for me. So it's for y'all community. So
I can hear you now.
You hear me now? Okay, let's rock.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened, and it was just. So what was you just saying to the guys?
I was just talking shit. No big deal.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
Was you? So with the egg weights, I believe that doesn't make sense. Tyson Fury's hands. If you're a boxer fan, if anybody's ever put on a pair of gloves, guys, if you put on egg weights or anything like that and punch as a 273-pound person, or even just as whatever weight you are, try doing it and see what happens to your hands. So all right, so that one, we'll skim past that one. So then after at the post-fight interview, he said Tyson Fury, his punches don't hurt. Mm-hmm. So isn't that conflicting of what he initially then goes on? So if you're punched by egg weights, mm-hmm. does that hurt? Do you reckon, in your humble opinion, does that hurt?
In what interview did he give that? At
the post fight, he's saying.
I remember him saying it in the first fight.
The first fight.
I don't recall it in the second fight.
No, I think he said it in the second fight. He said there was no like the first fight. He's like pillow fisted. The second fight, he did state that you know, there was his punches. It wasn't about the punches that hurting. He did say that. He said that he just said like the better man won.
Yeah, the simple answer is I don't feel the punches. You know, I can't speak on if Tyson Fury said it, but
no, not Tyson Fury, Wilder.
Yeah, Wilder's. Excuse me.
He said it at the post-fight interview. Yeah,
I missed that.
Yeah, he did.
I totally. I never watched the post-fight press conference from that fight. Be honest with you.
Not the press conference. It was just at the ring after, you know, at the ringside.
Oh, I don't got it. But if he said it, I mean,
no, he did.
He's taking the punches. So, but he lost the fight standing up. So,
no, it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter if you hit the canvas a good few times. But what I'm saying is, if he's pillow fisted, fight 1, fight 2, straight after the fight, his Tyson Fury's punches are not hard, then I would imagine being hit by egg weights, you're either Iron Man or you're lying. So which one was it? Did the punches hurt?
I can't answer that. You asking me a question.
No, you can't answer that. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. So therefore, you have to tick that in the lie box. That's a lie. The next one. So you come in with a costume. You buy a costume. It's £40. There's two stories. I think the costume company came out and said it was actually £26, but don't quote me on that. I'll go with what the most it was, £40 or whatever.
Sure.
The costume drains his legs. So you came in at £232. You bought a costume. Surely you tried it on. Surely you knew what the weight of the costume was. And if you can't uphold a £40 costume, you've got no business probably being a heavyweight boxer. But then, you know, he went to a fire brigade. We call it the fire brigade. The fire brigade, kind of like let's have a boxer down, and we put the costume, we put the uniform on of what we do what we wear to save lives effectively. Costume. I should stop saying the costume because it's disrespectful to the fire brigade. The uniform is £40. So, you know, you've got a clip with Deontay Wilder saying, "Oh, this is only a £40 vest. I could probably wear a £100 vest and do some," you know. Did it drop? You know, this is just, what do you say on that?
Was there a question, or were you just?
Yeah, no. What do you say on that? Like £40.
Oh, sure. I'll gladly answer that.
You're smart enough. Like, I don't always have to go.
No, you're leading me. No, you're leading me. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I was just saying. So, what do you think about that? The £40 costume.
I'll gladly answer that.
Yeah,
I'll gladly answer that. Not a big deal. Wilder said in my interview prior to correct me if I don't know if it was a private conversation I had with Wilder or if it was on my channel, because it was all in the same day. Okay, So and to my understanding of it, he didn't understand what was going on in his head, but he was trying to figure out. And the media members were there, and he was like, he didn't feel like himself, and he was cathartically trying to work backwards. And that's the conversation that Deontay Wilder and I had. If it was him or if it was Tay Jones, correct me. It's been over a year, so I don't want to be misquoted. So I haven't spoken to him since August. So whenever that interview was, or whenever it was, and so the point I'm making is he was working his way backwards. You understand, as it pertains to what went wrong, and in addition to what was said, he was also talking about other things as well. But that was just a clip that Kevin Aioli pulled. Yeah. So it went from him saying, "Oh, Wilder didn't say that. He didn't say it. He never got the costume." Then Kevin Aioli comes out after probably just being super pissed off of the lies, like everybody else, you know. And he just thought, you know, this is it. So, but you haven't answered the question that if he was on the clip at the fire with the fire marshals saying, "Oh, this is nothing as a £40 vest. I could wear a £100 vest." But yeah, I didn't see that clip. I don't know.
Yeah. So You're probably it's used. Kurt from Counterpunch Boxing uses it quite a lot. So
I haven't. I really haven't seen it.
Out. Well, it's there because it's guys. You've all seen it. Guys, I know, but guys, you've all seen it, innit? Because we've spoken about this. So someone's bragging that they can wear a £40 vest, but all of a sudden their legs is weak when they pick a £40 vest from a shop themselves. It drained. What I can't say is, oh, he did feel himself. Maybe he didn't feel himself. That's something that's quite possible. That you didn't feel yourself, but that's another conflicting thing because you picked the costume. It's quite pathetic, in my opinion, that you blame a costume for your legs being weak as a heavyweight 6'7" man. It's pathetic. So the next one was, let's move along. Kenny Bayless, crabs in the barrel. It's just so funny that, you know, like the LGBT and everybody just stands for this pro-black movement, but they attack everyone that's black, that doesn't conform to what they want you to conform. It's weird. But yet again, you know, the leader of the LGBT is a walking contradiction. Sometimes he's sitting down contradiction, depending who's in the ring. Is in the ring. The last contradiction we saw, he was sitting down. But it's just as funny that everybody that's black just gets attacked. Even myself, like even coming on your show, which I look forward to coming again, which I will be when I look forward to coming again. You just get attacked. You get attacked because you don't go with Wild Eye. You get attacked. You're a coon.
Same thing here, and you just take
it. No, but you're not getting attacked because you're black. We attack just foolish.
Oh, and that's fine. I don't.
Yeah, we just attack just foolish. Like,
Tell me to keep attacking.
We don't. Like, I wouldn't be like pro-black, and then in my team, then have someone around, or you know, have guests that are pro-black and they're attacking your blackness. It's, oh, you're from England, so you're not black. Okay, cool. All right. So anyway, it's digressing. It's just silly. I'm just letting you know that what the LGBT stands for, what it did stand for in the beginning was great stuff, and it's just evolved into contradiction, quite a lot of hatred, and just unfactual, to be honest. So, okay, so Kenny Bayless, last time I checked, he was black. Salute D-Town Blaster. Okay. All right, let's just ask. Fred, you may as well just answer that one then.
You want me to read it?
Hey, Lady Chann. Ask Fred, does the LDBC get paid for the narrative and conjecture they push? And if they're pro-black, why they hate AJ and Bud?
I've never gotten a dime, but actually, the only people that's ever offered me money were from the UK. So, and I turned them down. So.
No, you get super chats.
Yeah, super chats are great. Super chats.
Yeah, so therefore, yes, that's what I mean.
Oh, you get paid.
Well, you get paid for
no,
your narrative on the
that's
channel.
support. No, that's support. It's like people super chat you. That's support. I'm an individual, so when I go live at 9 p.m., I'm running that as a sole proprietor.
Yeah, you're talking about LDBC, like other LDBC. He said LBCD. Oh God, I read
it, man. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
no, everyone has a right to earn a living, right? And whether you're using your money for the community or whether you're using your money to support your personal life, it's your choice. This is people got to fully grasp and understand reality.
Yes, you think that is
so my point.
Yeah, but that's so hypocritical.
Yeah, there's something that we don't get back, and that's time. When people push record on YouTube, people should honor that, whether it's a like, whether it's a share, or whether you're fortunate enough to donate, because what's misconstrued and we get so confused, like, oh man, people on YouTube can't make money, but then you go cut on Sky Sports and ESPN.
I said that as well.
It don't make sense. You guys are not. Where do you go get your information? Everyone on Sky Sports gets a check. Okay, we are betting on ourselves when we come on YouTube. We are not asking you guys. We're not I'm speaking for myself. I'm not pandering you for money, but I'm also going to honor and respect the people that supports the fact that I go live 3 hours a night, 5 nights a week. And my community and people in my community know I give back to my community. Do I have things in my personal life that I absolutely pay for? Yes. And that's just the reality of life. People are so miserable that they count other people's money and devalue other people's time. You understand what I'm saying? I think and that's what's so beautiful about actually living a great life, because people that are in the lower frequency, they just gonna drown themselves. You know, they're gonna run out of oxygen themselves. You know, they just go from channel to channel to be miserable. And
that's
I
what your followers do. Like the LGBTC followers, they're miserable bullies, and all they do is go. They follow me everywhere I go. Everywhere. I'm flattered, to be honest, because nobody actually follows people who they don't give a shit about. So I'm actually honoured and flattered that I'm that powerful within this boxing diaspora, that they spend their time super chatting insults and following me from every platform to platform. They would make really good private detectives, and then you know that they would actually make honest money. You know, like just doing something honestly. And to say that, you know, people watch people's pockets, like I wouldn't feel happy lying for money. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't feel happy, because the reason that the LGBT make money is because of Deontay Wilder. Barely any other time when I've gone on these platforms are they like, we talk about Wilder because he's obviously news. He's the news, isn't it? So we're going to talk about it. It's great debate, great discussions. But if you look at like channels such as myself and other people's channels, like we're fans of boxing, so we cover boxing. When you go on the LDBC channels, there's nothing else spoken about. It's a cult. Yeah, it's a cult. The minute you try to say, oh, but that wasn't a fact, you're timed out, you're blocked. I give you credit that you don't do that. But you know, other channels, I go on Blue. I don't anymore, but I went on Blue's channel a few times to even try and like, yo, support. Like, let's see what the topic is. All right, cool. I'll even say the facts along with like, oh, this one said this, and if it's a fact, I'm like, yup, that happened. Because see me, I've got no horse in the race. I don't like Tyson Fury, and I wanted Deontay Wilder to beat him both times. So, but what I'm not going to do is lie to myself and lie to my audience to make money. So they keep super chatting me every day. I just don't know how everybody can live with themselves like that. So for you to say that you stand for like, basically, you know, telling the truth, it shows that you don't. I don't know about you personally, but if you're LDBC, then I have to group you, unfortunately, into one. Like, I'm not a part of a group, so, which I'm glad. I've never been a group person. I just do my thing. I don't need to be in a group to feel like special or strong or whatever. Like, once you're in a group, you have to go with the group. Otherwise, like for none, you're out the group. You get chucked out. Anyway, so yeah. So sitting down, just lying for super chats. But I do agree with you. People don't know what it's like to be a content creator, but yet they're quite happy to turn on Sky Sports, ESPN, pay their cable subscription. But when they want the information, they come down to channels like us and whatever and like that. So that I'm in full agreement with you there. All right, so they're moving along. We'll get all the way up to the top, and you can say whatever you want to say. And you know me, queen of interjections. You can interject if you ever feel like it. But you're calm though as well, so it's cool. You're the cool cat. So basically, Kenny Bayless, who then deducts a point from Tyson Fury, is accused of being a crab in the barrel black man and he was drunk. Even though this was one of the first fights where they were reportedly tested for before fight and after fight, the ref, but that's reportedly. So what do you think about Kenny Bayless being drunk?
I can't speculate on him being drunk because I'm one of
Deontay Wilder speculate on him being drunk.
If he said it, those are his words. I only can speak what I can see. I thought Tyson Fury did a lot of illegal choking in that fight.
No, we're just going to stick to the points. Let's stick to the points. And we'll get to all of that because Deontay Wilder does illegal.
So what's the question?
Rabbit punches. So yeah, you can't just blame Tyson Fury for that because I can pull up about 15 fights of, and even in the first fight of Deontay Wilder doing illegal rabbit punches and all of that. I can. So So the question is, you're saying that you can't speak to the fact.
I wasn't. How can I say he's drunk or not?
So how can Deontay Wilder?
He was in the ring. That's his.
Yeah, how can Deontay? Ain't you paying attention? But ain't you paying attention? Getting beaten up that day. Like, so how did you see, or how could you tell? He said he so-called smelt it. I think that was the report that he smelt that. That pretty much maybe that's the report. I don't know.
Well, that pretty much sums up that. That's a question that I can't answer. If you said, if you say Deontay Wilder say he smells it, and so it's Deontay Wilder's word versus Kenny Bayless or Tyson Fury since he was in the ring, or maybe even the trainer, maybe even the trainer. So that's something based off of how you asked the question. I can't answer it, but
he wasn't drunk, and
that's fine. Yeah. Listen, I only can speak on what I know and what I see, and I have stayed consistent with the gloves. I believe in fight 1 and in fight 2. I didn't see it to the end of fight 2. So when people ask me why didn't I bring it up in fight 1, because I didn't see it.
Why didn't you see it in fight 2? Because you lot walked off early. You were so butthurt like that. God.
No. I hadn't watched the replay of the fight until a bit later, and then someone from Canada released the footage of the glove, and that's when I became aware of it. I didn't become aware of it no time in between the build up the round to fight 1 and the build up
to fight 2. See it while you was at.
I was there.
Yeah, you was there. I know. So
I couldn't see it.
You have good seats.
The first fight I was on the floor. The second fight I was on the floor, but I actually moved up because it was too tense. So I was actually, because Deontay Wilder is one of the few fighters where I'm emotionally invested. You know what I mean? Like, I really want them to win, really want him to win. So I left the floor
at all costs, at all means necessary, even if it means to just go along with stuff that that doesn't seem logical, but you want him to win that bad.
Well, those are ideas. Those has nothing to do with what happens in the ring. Those are just opinions and or facts outside the ring. But in the arena, I couldn't. I was on the floor. I was on the floor, and I just left the floor and went to the 100 section, and I sat next to a handful of Brits, and I watched the fight. And that's it.
Yeah. So did Kenny Bayless look drunk
from the distance?
I don't know. From wherever you.
I never even took that into account. So no, no. But that's something that I can't answer anyway by the question itself. If Deontay Wilder said what he said,
reportedly he thought Kenny is. Well, he said he's a crab in a barrel referee.
Well,
he just did.
That's barbershop talk.
He's a great referee. Does.
Oh, he's not the greatest referee because
does he come with his isms and schisms? Like at the Ramirez fight, there's some stuff that people want to thingy, but we don't all go and say like he was drunk because he's a referee.
It's perspective on whether someone is great or not, because
he wasn't drunk.
I'm talking about great. I can't answer if he was drunk or not. I didn't.
He wasn't.
Kenny Bayless.
He wasn't drunk.
Okay, I'm not disputing you. It's something
I know. So like then like just stand up and be counted and say, do you know what, Chann? That seems a bit highly unlikely for real. If you pick what what you're saying, I'm going by what you're saying. And then when I say about the costume and the fire engine suit, you tell me you haven't seen it. Well, you hadn't seen Deontay Wilder or heard Deontay Wilder. So why is it subjective and selective that objects
I'm not being subjective or selective.
You are. You are, because you didn't see the fire brigade thing that I said, and you was like, well, I didn't see it. And now, because it fits the narrative for you that I said, reportedly, he knows he's drunk. Well, if he said he was drunk, it's selective. Moving along. Anyway, move along. So that's another in the lie box. Tick. What's the next one? I'm trying to think, because there was a barrage of them. God. The next lie. What could you help me with the next excuse? Because what was the list of them, Fred?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know the list of any of the.
I don't know where you're going. I'm following your lead.
No, I know. I just wanted to know. I'm just trying to think which was the other. So there was the egg weight, the thingy. Suit was too heavy. Kenny Bayless. Oh yeah, but VAR State Commission was obviously involved in this, because for what reason would you like put me up on game because we all know there's super corruption in boxing. We do know this. What possible, because I'm up for listening, and if it made sense to me, I can go with it. So what possibly could be the reason that this VAR State Commission would be? I hate when you do that, this ain't Fred Barbershop, when you just be on the phone and you're not engaging.
I am. You're
always on the phone. Yeah, I know. But yeah, if I sat here and was while you was answering questions doing that, it comes across rude. So have some respect for the platform and for people that have tuned in to see you. It's not when I come on your show, all your rules can apply. But I'm just asking you.
No, I have. It's 123, and I have 100 tenants that I'm working with.
Okay, well,
so I have to work and simultaneous. It's 1:23 p.m. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not on Instagram or nothing like that. I'm responding to
okay, yeah, it's just that people just don't like it. So lose my train of damn thought. Where was I? What did I just say? Just lost my train of thought now. This is what happens.
You should have wrote it down.
Nah.
I have a notebook. So
probably weren't that important then. Probably weren't that important. Yeah, that was it. Where's the state? Where was VADA?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, what could be the reason why they would be in on it?
I mean, there's a million reasons.
Money. Give us two. Yeah, you can't do it. Give us a couple. Yeah, please.
Money. Choose a side.
Yeah, but can you go into it? You can't just don't just pull up words and that, not because I want to understand. Money. So
sure,
would have been paid off.
Yeah,
a lot of money from who?
I mean, it's not by. It's so obvious, so blatantly obvious that commissions can be in on the take, and you know how people don't understand how people are in for the takes or various ways. Like, for example, their favorite ref who's been working with them for 20 years, or the favorite judges, or how a judge scores. So if you know a judge, if you know a judge doesn't really score inside work, then you get him to favor your fighter who fights on the outside and throws a jab.
In this case, it didn't go to the judges, and in the first case, everybody says the person I just want to use it pertaining to this case, just not in general.
And you gonna let me?
Why would VADA how much money would this fight need to have garnered for VADA to have been paid off? What would be the reason that VADA would need to do this?
I would love to answer your questions one question at a time.
I'm
totally fine with it. Tell me what question you like me to answer.
That was the question. I said what would make VADA? I did ask you that originally. I said for them? Where does it benefit like them for this fight to be?
It's a simple question.
Yeah.
It's what keeps them in business. What makes them happy? You understand? Like it's cheating is not done like in your face anymore. Cheating is so subtle now in boxing, and or you understand? It's not like you like in the New England Patriots where you take air out of the ball and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's done in picking the judges. It's done in picking the location of the fight. It's done in picking the referee. It's done in the time of the weigh-in. It's done in so many different ways. It's done so many different ways to make the fighter feel uncomfortable and worry about other things. And I'm just talking about it as a whole, because just like y'all had an issue in 2019 with Rivas and White, you know, Dylan White got the nod because Eddie Hearn is the moneymaker. You understand? So Dylan White got
you got cleared. This is what you're talking about, the dirty.
The PEDs and the gloves, and
he got cleared. He got cleared, and he got cleared.
Yeah, he got cleared.
Not the same thing. He got cleared. It's nothing to do with because Eddie. Oh, so you're saying Eddie Hearn paid?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying even if Eddie Hearn didn't pay him, even if Eddie Hearn didn't pay him in that moment, Eddie Hearn brings them the most money. Oscar Rivas.
So they put him on pause for 1,000 days. So obviously Eddie Hearn's not really at the
I'm
top
answering the question. I'm not saying Eddie Hearn is guilty.
It makes sense, Fred. Eddie Hearn, if he's going to pay off something, you want that done muy pronto. You want it done quick, rapid. You're not going to have your fighter 1,000 days sitting down there, which was also due to your little man over there. Yeah, sitting down there for 1,000 days. Eddie Hearn everywhere going, oh, this is a liberty, this is a travesty. If he paid them, or even if he didn't pay them, he was so influential that it would make sense for them to do that. Why? Then it wouldn't be 1,000 days. You know how long 1,000 days is. It's how many is 1,000 days? We got 365 in a year. Multiply it. It's for 3 years. No, that doesn't make sense, Fred. Stop. But go ahead. Sorry, I have to interject when you're going off on tangents, and we're just trying to keep it to.
I can't answer the question.
No, you can answer the questions. I've be quiet. I can. Yes, you have, and you go off and you bring other people in, and to try and make that point. If it's making a relevant point, I got you. But it's not making a relevant point. So
are you interviewing me, or are you incriminating me?
No, I'm just chatting.
Which I know, but I have to.
Where you're at, I wanted to learn why this could happen.
Well, you can ask the next question because you don't agree with my answer, so I'm on.
No, I don't have to agree with your answer.
No, but I can't get it out. I can't get it out if you.
Guys, did you hear him get out what I've asked 5 minutes ago? The guys, just tell me, because I did, and you can still say the rest of the answer. I'm just trying to rein it in and keep it. So why would VADA do this to Deontay Wilder? Do you think Deontay Wilder is that powerful that
I have a different perspective than you? That's why I'm on your show, but to say a different perspective. I don't forgot what I was gonna say, be honest.
Okay, no, sorry about that. Yeah. So it would have to take a lot of money to pay off VADA. To be fair, it would have to take a lot of money. And then I just don't understand, even if that happened, what? Deontay Wilder loses by Tyson Fury still. It's not like it went to points. The first time it went to points. And first time it went to points, a lot of people, not myself because I rewatched it, but it was, I initially thought Deontay Wilder only fought a good 2 rounds. And I was like, then I did a group watch along and I had him winning, by 115 to 113. So I'm not a person that just wants to dog someone for the sake of it. Like, I'm fair. But like I keep saying, like, it's just when it doesn't make sense and you call it and we call it, we're the liars, we're vilified, we're the coons, we're the this. Nah, mate, we're not that. We just want to operate from a place of fact. So VADA gets paid $1 trillion to make Deontay Wilder somehow lose because, you know, the gloves are not checked. So therefore, JD has to be involved, by the way. We'll move on to that. So, and then, okay, so Wilder loses, yeah? Like, it's not Muhammad Ali we're talking about, where it's a good old Cassius Clay, yeah, where it's such a massive political movement behind it that would be something to make him look downfalled and downtrodden, and they're not the same level. So Deontay Wilder's lost. Varda has been paid off, according to you guys, because that's how it had to happen. What then? So what? Like what? Like what's the bit? What's the outcome? What is Deontay Wilder retired? No. Is Deontay Wilder that powerful that he has to be silenced? No. Is Deontay Wilder, does he spin millions and millions and millions and millions of pounds in general in boxing? No, not until he was tied up with AJ. That's when, you know, his profile risen, because we didn't really know him before. He was on Wags. He was on one of them silly shows with his girlfriend, asking if she could marry, if she wanted to marry him. Silly show. That's how I knew Deontay Wilder. So, I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. So I've asked you, how would Varda, what would be the sense of it? Obviously, if there was a big substantial answer, you wouldn't have forgot it. So you don't know. Just, it's cool to say, I don't know. Because I don't know stuff. I just say, I don't know then. Do you know what I mean? Instead of making up something. And because you're making it up, or the narrative is made up, people can't stick to a lie. A lie, you got to have a sick memory when you tell fibs, because you've got to always remember the lie. See, the truth flies off your tongue. Easy. Okay, so the spiked water, what do you think of that now? Okay, let me just ask. Shall we ask this one? Yeah. This is Angus, so it's actually saying it. Big up Angus. He wants to ask, does Fred think Mark Breland spiked Wilder's drink? If so, why didn't it show up in the drug test? Good question that we've all asked.
It's Deontay Wilder says that it was a shit. It was so long ago. I had this. Oh man,
he's a muscle relaxer.
Because I want to quote. No, because I want to quote him, because I don't want. It was in my interview.
Yeah,
it was actually in my interview.
Yeah, you can paraphrase if you want. Like we'll get it.
Well, you guys go back and watch my interview on my things on my platform. I'm telling you guys, I never mentioned the water on my platform. I've only talked about what I can see and what I believe I can prove. You understand what I'm saying? The water goes to something that Deontay Wilder's team, and if you say it goes back to that. I look at Tyson Fury's gloves and I say something is wrong with his gloves. You understand? And Wilder believes, and you also got to take into account too, these fighters are in my opinion are like creatures of habit. Like they do the same thing. It's like repetition. Mm-hmm. And if something is off, they know. You understand what I'm saying? If something is off, they know. And I believe Deontay Wilder is speaking about his experience. And obviously, I am going to side with Wilder. One, because I support him, and two, I mean, just for a multitude of reasons. And
so where was the muscle?
I think where was the what?
So where was the muscle relaxant in the chest? Because it came him and Fury passed all the time.
I never heard that.
Well, you know, so did you hear that Fury popped dirty then?
Years ago, he popped dirty, yeah.
No, years ago he did. Mm-hmm. Did you hear that Fury popped dirty after this fight?
Oh no, I didn't. No.
Okay, yeah, no, you didn't, because he didn't. Did you hear that Deontay Wilder popped dirty after this fight?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No, he didn't. Because he didn't. This is what I'm saying. So
I do believe, though, like I honestly, sincerely believe that it was something different about Wilder in that fight from round one. Like he was off balance, he was stumbling, and I can't put my finger on it. Like I wasn't there. I'm not in Wilder's team in the back. You know what I mean? I obviously have a direct line to Wilder where I would consider us friends in real life. But something was off there. So from my, and that has nothing to do with what happened post fight. Round one, the dude was stumbling against the ropes, and I'm like, why isn't he standing firm? Because Deontay Wilder is very statuous in the ring, kind of upright. He kind of circles the right hand, and you know what I mean, does that. He does this to the side. He wasn't that. So when you're a fan of somebody and you know something is wrong and you can't pinpoint it, you lean on the primary subject. And if Deontay Wilder says that something is wrong, then we lean on that. You understand? But I'm not there to say I'm not there to say A, B, C, D, E is correct. I know I can visually see he was stumbling. Like when he got knocked down with the body shot, he was off balance. It wasn't that, yes, Fury hit him. It was similar to like Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman got hit by Pacquiao. Yeah, Pacquiao hit him, but he was kind of off balance. His feet
doesn't matter. You still got down. It still counted as a knockdown.
No, I'm not taking away from the knockout. I'm not taking away from the knockout. What I am suggesting was that it was a combination of the punch and being off balance and something like that. It wasn't 100% the impact of the punch.
Okay, well, we know it wasn't. He was because he was drugged, because he passed drug tests. So that's out the window. So if he was off, that was his business. He was off for another reason. Wasn't because he was drugged or spiked. Wilder had, this is the new one. Wilder had COVID. So because of, he thought he was, so we
No, that's something I said, because I'll tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. And I can speak, and this is actually factual. I was in Atlanta for Tank Davis versus Gamboa, right? And I was going, and that was like the day after Christmas, right? Or something like, it was something around the day after Christmas. I was going to link up with him, like somehow, some way I was going to link up with him, but he was sick. He was in the hospital overnight, and he had just came back from the Vatican, right? And then 2 weeks later, I interviewed him in his hotel room, and he didn't want to make contact with me. Like, you understand, like when I see Deontay Wilder, it's a full embrace. It ain't like he kind of kept his distance from me. He gave me knuckles, and he literally said, "Peace, Fred," gave me knuckles, and went back in his room. Like, usually after the interview, you know, we campaign the champagne, and but so with that being said, I knew he was sick. I never spoke about this. I knew he was sick in January, and he spent 24 hours in a hospital on the 26th, and he was at the Vatican a month before. So that's just me using. This is me being practical.
That I could see. That's to me makes sense, because at that time nobody was knowing about, like, COVID was like new. Like, it wasn't like, it was just after the second fight that everybody was then talking about it and stuff, and then, you know, the government caught wind of it, like, by the end of February, and then March lockdown. So that could be a possibility, a high possibility. See, that makes sense to me. That makes sense why he could have not been very well. He could have been,
it's pure speculation. It's pure
speculation, but I can get it. It's not fact, but it's something that you could be like, I get that. But just by then saying, you know, he spiked my water, now knowing that about this whole pandemic that occurred afterwards, it would just be good that he could have said, you know what, I still sack Bayless because he shouldn't have thrown the towel in. But, you know, maybe I was just a bit.
Mark Breland shouldn't have thrown the towel.
I mean, Mark Breland, sorry.
Yeah.
Mark Breland shouldn't have, shouldn't have. But maybe I was a bit silly saying, oh, you know, spiked water. Like, don't you think that because all right, Breland wasn't supposed to throw in the towel, but Breland saved him. But cool, everybody would then, if he would have died, because remember there's egg weights in Tyson Fury's glove,
Sure.
so he would have died effectively. And then, you know, he's got 8 kids. All of those 8 kids would have had no dad, and then everybody would have been looking at Mark Breland going, oh, but, and he would have said, but he told me not to throw in the towel, and then everybody would have got at him. So he's damned if he did, and he's damned if he don't. Mm-hmm. So he was to be murdered then. Effectively, manslaughter, murder, premeditated.
Yeah, I'll answer that very, very easy. Mm-hmm. I spoke to Wilder the Tuesday after the fight. I called him, and I like telling the whole story so people can know the truth. I came back from working out about 1. I called him about 1. He called me back about 1:15.
Yeah.
And I spoke to him for about 15 minutes. And I told him, you know, keep in mind, I haven't watched the replay of the fight. Okay. By then, this is Tuesday. I still ain't watched it. And he said, Fred, I know you love me. I know you would have stopped the fight too, but I wanted to keep on going. And then when I watched the fight, maybe a week, I don't know when I rewatched it. It's so long ago.
Yeah.
But I did see him land that left hook at the end of the fight. I don't know how heavy it was as it pertains to Fury, but it knocked him off of him, keep on punching him, right? Just a split tech, right? And if I had seen that left hook landed, maybe I would have let it go on for another segment. You understand? Because him landing that left hook shows that he has a level of awareness still about him. And I don't know what the time was. Someone can probably let me know in the chat how much time was left in that round. And then we go to the corner, and say, I'm giving you one more round, champ. You understand? I'm giving you one more round.
Yeah.
But I did have a conversation with Wilder that Tuesday. He knows I personally would have stopped the fight. You know, you understand? And I say that for the same reasons that you just mentioned. He has children.
Yeah.
You know, he has a family. And so and that's where I stand on it. But rewatching the fight, I probably would have let it go another segment. But you know, I was so high up that I couldn't see it. I
didn't see that. I've rewatched it a million times because I've heard this before. I think I heard it from you guys. I saw Wilder had no replies for any of those. But for the sake of it, I'm gonna rewatch that bit again just so I'm solidified in that. But I've rewatched that a million times, just that bit to see, and I don't recall. So and it's a fight that I don't really like watching because, truth be known, I do actually feel sorry for Wilder in that fight. Like I felt sorry for him. It came on my telly the other day. You know, when it just comes on, you know, on the YouTube and it just like autoplay, or, you know, if you're watching something about Wilder and then it just tags something else, and then it came on and it was nearly at that bit. And I was actually doing a commentary, like a report, and I stated it in my report. I said, I feel sorry. I turned it off. I feel sorry for him because there's still as much as he's a damn liar, there's human to human compassion. Like I felt sorry for him, and it's not sorry like in a sarcastic way, by the way. I honestly did feel like it's not nice, all of that, you know, all of that happening. So maybe that's just my woman side, you know, because I did feel bad, and it's not a fight that I want to keep rewatching and rewatching. Because this is what I'm saying. There's no. I don't have a horse in the race, honestly, but I bang on him because he lies. But so Jack Reese was on your show. I saw that. And he was talking about the procedure of seeing what was happening to Wilder, and Kenny Bayless being one of his good pals. And he said that there would have been a run-up in that Kenny Bayless would have said, because Wilder was getting beaten up rounds previously and obviously dropped and whatever. Kenny Bayless assessing the situation, you know, Wilder doesn't have a cut, man. Silly. You're bleeding out your ear, you know. So Kenny Bayless, Jack Reese was saying you know, there would have been a procedure that Bayless would have said, yo, if I don't see anything getting better, I'm looking to stop this. So I'm going to give you a round and see. Yeah, that was on your show. Guys, go and check out Fred's show. He had Jack Reese on there. It was a wicked interview. Well, it was great. And then Kenny Bayless, obviously, after the flurry of punches, didn't see anything happening from Wilder. As he said, he was about to stop the fight anyway because, you know, he's already warned Wilder. But the towels got thrown in. So is it fair that, like you're saying, it's just fair just to have let him basically just have let the ref stop it? Because maybe he wouldn't have died because the ref would have, Kenny Bayless was stopping it like literally 2 seconds later. If you look at the footage and even freeze frame it, Kenny Bayless doesn't even see the towel coming in at the angle, and up in Wilder's, like he's up there like looking for the reply. So he was going to stop it anyway.
That's pure speculation. You can't answer that. I mean, it's easy to have 20/20 vision after the game, you know. So I mean,
he said that. He said that. That's all.
He did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's. I don't know if Kenny Bayless would have stopped the fight because it's a heavyweight fight. You know, it's a big pay-per-view event, and to stop a fight prematurely, you understand. So you got to let it go over its expiration point to stop a fight of that magnitude. You understand?
But guys, this is the thing. You're not the ref. This is what I'm saying. Everybody needs to let everybody do their job. Yeah, we can. There is conjecture. There is that we can say, but it's like you guys want to be the ref. You guys want to be the manager. You guys want to be the trainer. That takes a dive. You lot want to be like sometimes LDBC. Mind your damn business. Mind your business. Not all business is yours. Pay the business, mind the business that pays you. And you're saying Wilder doesn't pay you lot, so mind your business. You're not the referee. The referee's been doing this since eons and eons. Mind your business. Kenny Bayless isn't adequate enough, whether or not he's not your favorite. You don't put him in the great category. All of a sudden, he's not great. So everybody's trying to slyly put down his character now. I can see what everyone's trying to do. He's not that good. That's the new narrative. He's not really a good referee. Kenny Bayless is iconic. Kenny Bayless is legendary. And his name will be sung from the rooftops after he's dead, of us saying Kenny Bayless has done one of those all of the iconic fights. So let's not try and, because you're trying to build one, you drag another down. That's weak. So Kenny Bayless said he was going to stop the fight anyway. That's it. Doesn't matter if it's a heavyweight fight. Doesn't matter if it's PPV. The fighter's safety is first and foremost. And as a competent ref, which Kenny Bayless is, and to make him look incompetent was the fact that he's crabbing the barrel. He was drinking. Stop. He's a black man. You root for black. Stop. Just say Wilder didn't like the fact that Kenny Bayless was probably going to stop the fight. And maybe you guys, you can't say it would have been premature because he didn't stop it yet. But you're not a ref. And if you would have stopped it before Kenny Bayless and you would have stopped it simultaneously or around the same time as Mark Breland, stop then. Use that and be like, yo, when you're speaking to Wilder, you should be like, I don't know about you, but I ain't got like, none of my pals blow smoke up my ass and I don't know if theirs. If they're my pal, I'd be like, yo, Wilder, you hear what? I know what you're saying, but that fight needed to be stopped, my G. Your ear was bleeding. You had no cut, man. There wasn't a reply as I watched it, because you said you didn't watch it on the playback yet. But as I saw it, it didn't look good, G. I know Tyson Fury, he's got his floppy gloves and that. Don't worry. We'll look into all of this. Done. It's easy. Why are you guys so scared or so tentative to tell the dude the truth?
Did you listen to my answer before you went on that, before you talked? I told you what I told Wilder.
Yeah, no, you said that you would have thrown it in, but obviously, where you spoken to Wilder since, or you've spoken to him since that? Have you not told him that about that the Kenny Bayless thing? Cool, but okay? So did you say to him, Wilder? Do you know what you did reply back? I've checked it now. You did reply back with a left hook or a right hook or whatever hook it was. Yeah, you did, and for real, they shouldn't have stopped that. Have you had that conversation then? For real, did you? Have you been like for real?
I answered. I told you what I said. I don't know. People.
No, I'm just saying up to date. Like
I haven't spoken to him.
Fight.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't spoken to him since that.
Okay, so yeah, so you don't. So he's not really your mate then. So yeah, it's not really your mate. Because if that was my mate would have to call me and say, Chann, stop your bullshit. Stop. Because yeah. And I would do that to my mate. I don't understand why the mate. Oh, yeah. And then he said he had sex the night before. Maybe that's not the greatest thing. But he has said he did that a lot of times and still won the fight. So, that's not. You can't just really call for that. We've got a super chat here, Fred. If Wilder got proof, why not take it to the WBC and get Fury stripped of the belt? Oh, guys, in news developing right now, that's what they're. No, they're not trying to do that. They're trying to get Wilder's. What? Yeah, speak on that. Wilder's. Back. Oh, don't you? There's a petition.
I know nothing about that.
Oh, it's been Check out. You should. Oh, I know about BBC.
July 24th. Those men are getting back in the ring, and that's gonna answer everything. You know, like
what happens if he loses again, which I feel that he will. Not that I care if he does or not that I care if Fury wins or not, but just going by me as a boxing fan and what I've seen, I don't see that. What I do see is some improvements, but he's going to lose, but he's just going to take longer to lose this time. May not be in round 7, may not be in round 8, may not be in round 9, might be around 10, but he's going to lose nonetheless, unfortunately. But so and then when he loses, what's the new thing? Like, is everybody going to just be like, is there like, so obviously Fury can't cheat again because this has been blown up for him. He'd be dumb to try and do any of that again. So that would all be discounted. It's going to be super duper highlighted about, checking gloves, even though it was before. Do you know what I mean? So if all of those measures are put in place, which they still was last time, but we're really focused on it now. Yeah. And Wilder loses, is everybody going to accept that he lost?
This is one of these fights where you speak in affirmations. You understand? So I don't have that mindset when Wilder loses. If Wilder loses, I don't. I'm not even in that type of realm. Like, I'm speaking like he's gonna win. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when July 25th. Come on the show and we'll have that conversation, Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think he'll win, but I wouldn't mind him knocking out Fury, to be fair. This is what I'm saying. Like, people call me, oh, you're being a Wilder hater. No, I don't really care if he wins or loses. And I don't care. I'd rather him win because Fury's a liar. Wilder's a liar. They're both liars. Don't you get it? But it's in different levels. They're both damn liars. They are. But I mean, I would love Fury to get knocked out by Wilder like I did the last 2 times. Doesn't make me popular as a girl from the UK saying this, but this is what I'm saying. I don't care. I say what I want and I say what I mean and I mean what I say. No one's changing my view. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If I don't like you, I don't like what you stand for, which I don't like what Fury stands for. I bang on him. When I see Wilder doing stupidness, I bang on him. But would I like Wilder to knock out Fury? All of this disaster as well. Yeah, I wanted him to knock him out before. Will I still bang on Wilder after this day? Yay. Yes. Will I still bang on Fury? Yes. If Wilder got proof, why not take it to the WBC to get Fury stripped off the belt? Thanks, Pete. What do you reckon about that?
He has To my knowledge, he has proof from 3 doctors.
Yeah.
And I don't know when he's going to release them. So I don't know if he wants to do it after the 3rd fight. I mean, Wilder turned down step aside money to I don't know how much it was. I don't know what it is. So obviously getting Fury back in the ring means a lot to him. So if he takes him, and this is just pure speculatory, if he takes him to court, he doesn't get the 3rd fight. You know, Wilder could have had a fight between now and last February. I think he wants Fury.
Yeah.
And that should be respected. You know, Tyson Fury has never defended a belt. He's won the championship belt twice, and this is his first time that he will have to defend his belt. So that speaks
to him. He's a loser like that. I know.
It speaks to his character, you know. So I actually think it's to be respected, as I said earlier, that he's like walking towards Fury as opposed to saying, I think I need 2 fights, you know.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's Fury that's the one that's messed up the whole undisputed thing, which you guys are you're happy about that, isn't it? That there's no. Why do you guys don't like Anthony Joshua? Because he's black and he's from Britain.
Oh no, that's I think the story. Let me go all the way back as it pertains to Anthony Joshua and the big picture of it, and hopefully I don't lose y'all in this.
No, we're smart. We're intelligent.
No, I'm just Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn are in business together, right? The same thing I would say about Floyd and Al Heyman. They're in business together, right? And Al Heyman, Floyd Mayweather was his ace in the hole. Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua is his ace in the hole, right? And what tends to happen is these guys make brands and entities off of the fighters, right? And Al Heyman created PBC off of Floyd Mayweather's back, and Floyd Mayweather doesn't own PBC, right? Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn created a whole entire global brand off of the back of Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua doesn't own anything in Matchroom and or DAZN because he's not a DAZN fighter. And I think what should happen is these fighters should understand the big picture and seek ownership along with their handsome reward for stepping in the ring. They should aspire to have ownership. So if I was telling Anthony Joshua, I would say that he would seek ownership. And the reason why I say that is because he doesn't speak much. You understand?
Nothing wrong with that.
I rarely see him in interviews, but I don't Google in search of him either.
Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with that. He just gets on with it.
No, I'm just speaking from. I'm not saying it's wrong or right. He doesn't speak much. So what I'm saying is, Eddie Hearn speaks for him more. In my head, from my perspective.
Like you guys speak for Wilder because Wilder says nothing.
It's
the same comparison though.
No, I'm just making a point. This has nothing to do with Wilder. This has nothing. My point has nothing to do with Wilder. The point I'm making is Anthony Joshua should be part owner of Matchroom. He should have a stake and ownership in DAZN because Eddie Hearn is making millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars off of him, and he just hands Anthony Joshua a $20 to $30 million check. They will overpay you if you don't want ownership. And I think that's the issue as it pertains to my perspective of
Anthony. That's why you don't like Anthony.
No, I just say I didn't like him. I didn't say I did not like Anthony.
Do you like Anthony Joshua?
What I will say, and actually Deontay Wilder and I had a great it's on my channel as it pertains to me and Anthony Joshua. You guys go watch it. It's a great interview. And I'll leave you guys with that cliffhanger. So to say I don't like Anthony Joshua, you'll be greatly mistaken when you listen to that interview. But the point I'm making is the reason why people who support Deontay Wilder and are fans of Deontay Wilder is Anthony Joshua said $50 million, right? And then Deontay Wilder said the money's in the bag, right? And And y'all, we can choose to believe whatever side you want to believe.
I know. We already know that wasn't the way, but yeah, so, that was live how Blue tried to spin it. I already know how that went, but
okay,
yeah,
that's fine. So I've heard the story already, so that's it. So
yeah,
I think I've rooted for Anthony Joshua in probably damn near all of his fights, with the exception of Andy Ruiz, because I've covered Andy Ruiz. So,
and what was the other question that I was going to ask about? So what is the issue with? So you're saying basically that because Anthony Joshua doesn't own or have any stakes in
no, I was saying that from a business model perspective. Like, I think Anthony Joshua should be thinking bigger in terms of long term. He already has one generational wealth, but if he owned part of Matchroom, he would be, his family would live for quite a long time.
How much is Anthony Joshua worth?
I don't know that. I don't know that to be true. But what I'm saying is,
yeah, but how much?
I don't know.
How much is Deontay Wilder worth?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't Google stuff like that.
Okay. Well, if you Google it, it's 40 mil for Deontay Wilder. But we don't know. It's just still saying we don't know, but that's what Google has said. And then on Anthony Joshua's 100 mil. If you translate into dollars, it's $139 million.
That's beautiful.
So generational wealth, one generation. I doubt he's silly to just have one. You should. Yeah, again, people should mind their own business. Yeah, and maybe that mantra, because Wilder's your friend, with 40 million in the bank, he's not even halfway up. So maybe you should tell that.
Not a comparison. I'm not comparing salaries.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, but Wilder's your friend. Anthony Joshua is not you're not a financial advisor for Anthony Joshua.
You're right.
So if I've got a friend that is on 40 mil and 40 mil's thingy,
okay,
and you got that knowledge, tell that to your friend. Don't worry about Anthony Joshua, who's nearly 3 times richer than your mate.
I'm not making this an attack on Anthony.
It's not an attack.
You're making it. I have yet to compare Anthony Joshua to Deontay Wilder.
I am doing it. Doing it. You failed to doing it.
I'm not comparing them. I'm not. I have no reason to.
Yeah, what I'm saying is you haven't compared it.
I've rooted for Anthony Joshua every fight except Andy Ruiz.
I don't root for none of them two, Wilder or Fury. So it doesn't make me. I don't care if you root for AJ or not. I've seen you say things that are not that nice about AJ, but so I don't know if that's rooting. I'd hate to see when you're not, and then your panel's not. But what I'm saying is, I am comparing it. Because you said Deontay Wilder's your mate, so therefore, don't worry about Anthony Joshua.
This is like a soap opera right now. I don't care about how much money he's made. I don't care. It's too much.
You do care.
I know I'm talking to you, but this feels like an estrogen conversation.
No, it doesn't, babe. Estrogen all day. I can give you some testosterone all day. I'm choosing to give you estrogen, Chann. Because I'm showing,
I don't care about how much money they make. I'm talking big picture.
Okay, big picture is Deontay Wilder's on 40 million. The big picture is you should give him, your friend, that free financial advice. The big picture is Deontay Wilder doesn't spend enough money for any of the platforms to say, you know what, you should own some of that, because it doesn't apply to him because he doesn't spend big money. So mind your business. Yet again, I am comparing. That was my friend and I had that. Say that to your friend. Don't worry about Anthony Joshua's generational wealth and he's 3 times richer than your friend. Your friend, not just someone. You don't know Anthony Joshua, but your friend is Deontay Wilder. So like I said, everybody needs to mind their business. Yet again, you're not everyone's the financial advisor, everyone's the bloody ref, everyone's the bloody, they're the Nevada State Commission's commission. Mind your business, not just you solely, but I'm just saying, LDBC, mind your damn business. Use the business and apply it to your friend that in comparison to Anthony Joshua that you bang on, that I see you bang on, your friend's broke in comparison to Anthony Joshua. Stop. And I wouldn't even ever say that if you lot didn't bang on Anthony Joshua. That wouldn't even be a thing. It's £40 million net worth, $40 million net worth, a big thing. It's £30 million there. It's a big thing. How did he get it? We know how he raised the profile to get that. But, you know, people need to mind their damn business. Stop banging on, stop trying to step on one's head to get up to the next step just because you like a fighter. It's ridiculous. You know, that's where I'm going with that. So we did the spike water. So July 20. Do you think now, where do you think where we can maybe jointly bang? Because, you know, this just gets on my nerves, but we'll always bang with fact. What do you stand with Tyson? So if Deontay Wilder, all right, just to say, when Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury, where do you think Tyson Fury goes in the world of boxing?
Don't care.
Or is it that I don't care? I know you don't care, but
I don't care.
You don't care?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Straight. Yeah, you don't care. And where does Deontay Wilder? So Deontay Wilder wins the WBC belt back. Yeah. He wins the so then he will get Mando's then, or will he hold off Joshua, because then Joshua effectively can fight him for undisputed. Would you like to see that?
For sure.
Yeah.
Been wanting 4 or 5 years.
In 4 or 5 years.
I've been wanting to see it.
Oh, you scared me. I thought you said, yeah, well, I want to see that in 4 or 5 years. I'm not putting up those types of things. He's not. See, I'm not like you. There's some rude things saying on there, and I'm not like you. I won't put them all up like that. You know what I mean? But I will let you know there's some thing we don't need.
I don't mind. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm just not like that though. I know you don't mind, but to your black sister, you didn't. To your black sister, you didn't mind as long as it was super chatted and it was slandering me. You didn't mind putting up. But you know, when
I want them to say whatever they would like to say. Yeah,
but you know, sometimes. Okay, well, let's have a look at this. He's pro-black, but has mixed kids.
I have beautiful
mixed kids.
I have beautiful kids. He forgot very, very much so mixed. He forgot to say beautiful. Okay. My son actually just won Student of the Month for the second time this school year, October and last month. So I think I think mom and dad are doing an exceptional job raising 2 beautiful kids.
So the mom's not black then?
No.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Hater of people in general. I don't know what is he saying. You're a hater. Oh, you called me. I don't know if you're saying that. Brazil. So all right. So we've got the fight July 24th happening. Wilder gets to fight AJ if he wins. How do you feel about how? You're great. Would you have minded if the arbitration he won to get the 3rd fight, but he could fight AJ first, or that wouldn't have made sense because just in case? No, well, it could have. Because say if the arbitrator said, all right, yeah, he could still fight AJ and you after, would you have been all right with that?
No, I think it's done the way it's supposed to be done. You don't in this sport of boxing, you don't leave nothing to chance. Like it's no schedule. It's not like the NBA or the NFL. You understand? This has happened so many times. I think that Wilder Fury should fight, and potentially the same energy that Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren put into the unification that Al Heyman and Eddie Hearn can do it. And hopefully we get it next January, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be in 2022. That's for sure. It's not realistically Fury chatting rubbish saying when you saw him go, yeah, see me in Saudi, like, did you think like
nah? Say it again.
When you saw Fury doing saying that, meet me in Saudi, like announcing the AJ.
Oh, I didn't care. I didn't believe it because I knew it was arbitration. Nothing happens until the judge lays down the law on the arbitration. And that's why I didn't have Bob Arum. That's why I haven't had Bob air him on my show in like 2 months because it's
why?
no sense in answering the same questions because I was waiting till arbitration came through so we can move forward with a new narrative. You understand? So I think that now he should be coming on anytime soon now, but I think now we got another narrative now we got Fury Wilder, and I think boxing fans should advocate for unification. This is the year of the unification, right? Y'all have one now. I mean, why not go for a second? You know, with Anthony Joshua and Deontay, and the winner of Anthony Joshua. I mean, the winner of Wilder and Fury. I think it makes sense.
I think if Fury beats Wilder, Anthony Joshua, I just think that Anthony Joshua should do nothing, entertain Fury at all. And if he is, it's going to be all at his terms and agreements. Lucky gave him 50-50. It's lucky and all of that. I just think that he's like trash, to be honest. So he's low down, he's dirty, he's trash.
Well, that is always going to be there.
Yeah, I know, but Wilder's winning the belt. So according to you, Wilder's winning. So we don't have to think about Fury fighting Joshua.
No, what I'm saying is similar to Kell Brook and Amir Khan. That fight will always be there. You know, I mean, people will always have interest in that fight on some levels. Okay, I'm not there, so I'm just
here the backlash that Fury's got with, and I'm talking about with Fury supporters. The fanboys are still they're like the Fury fanboys and Deontay Wilder fanboys are the same. They're like deluded, but Deontay Wilder supporters and Fury supporters aren't deluded. It's when it goes into the fanboy business, they're very much the same. They're equally as racist, equally as contradictory, equally as deluded. You have all problems with both sides of them. And me being in the middle, I get it from both sides, which I care not. But Bob Arum is a liar, first and foremost, because I'm sure I've seen him on your show, and he spoke about that there would only be like Compens and other platforms, that the worst could happen is, it was on your show because it was on your show because someone called in. It might have been Drew, the little geezer, Drew not the Titan, tiny. Him. I think he called in or someone called in. And oh no, Drew, yeah, he was the one that was said everyone should burn up in a car fire to another black man. Very disgusting. I don't understand how you just don't turn them off or go, hey, that's not on. Sometimes, you know, when you don't say something, that means you are silently approving of what the other person's saying. So, you know, karma is a bitch. So when people are coming on wishing death on people on your platform, you should put a stop to it. Because sins of the father do fall onto the son, if you go by anything biblical. But Bob's a liar, because he did say that it's going to be, at the worst level, it's going to be a compensation. And I remember your face was like, wow. I was dying because you looked really upset about it. But obviously you got your thing, but I'm just making you know that Bob Arum's a damn liar, because he did say that on your show, didn't he?
I can't recall that. Honestly, I
can. He did.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, he did. Guys, you need to go and go check out. Put the link if you want to put the link in the thingy as well, like just of your show. Go and check out Fred's channel. I always tell people, if you like it, subscribe. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I watch it. So you've got informative guests. He had Jack Reese. It is a good channel when they're not banging on the UK, which they do quite a lot, but I still watch it. Yeah, so okay, so we know that Bob's a liar. So now Bob's gonna cut. So who do you blame for this? Because in my opinion, this deal, it shouldn't have ever been negotiated if there was an arbitration. We already know Frank Warren's a liar. We already know Bob Arum's a liar. But I'm hearing from your side that you guys think that Eddie Hearn. I feel that Eddie Hearn, he didn't lie, but he was naive. Like he said, he kept on listening to Bob Arum going, which I heard myself on numerous platforms, IFL, seconds out. Oh, it can only be the worst thing it's going to be. Because first of all, remember the contract had expired coming from Bob Arum. Yeah?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah. Have you noticed we've not heard nothing about the contract expiring since then? So that's lie number one. And then he said, after not even addressing that, after the arbitration was ongoing, where it went from mediation to arbitration, then he was saying, it can be the worst scenario is he's not gonna fight Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's like, you saw him say that religiously. So what's happened? So he's a liar then, isn't it? So I'd like to ask him some questions, or one question when I can't wait till you get him on your show, because I want to come through and say hi, Bob, and ask. So nobody asks.
Maybe Sunday.
Is it?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know if I'm back in town, so maybe Sunday.
Where you going? You going Vegas? Oh yeah, you're going to Devon.
Yeah, Devon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you might. Well, you might not be back then. Have him on when you know that you're going to be available.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because I want to ask him. Yeah, and then so we've already established that Bob Arum's a liar. So basically, where do you put Eddie Hearn as? Do you put Eddie Hearn as in the blame of all of this, like how I blame him?
Nah, you know what? They're all promoters, man. Like, I don't know. I never did one video on it because I personally didn't care about it too much, because their job is to protect their personal interests, and his job is not to tell the truth but to promote. And did I believe Eddie Hearn? Nah. Did I believe Bob Arum? Nah. Is there some truth when Bob Arum is talking? Yeah, we got to find it though, and I think that boxing is a dirty game at every level, and Bob Arum definitely took it personal when Eddie Hearn bidded on Teofimo Lopez. He shouldn't have, based off of their unwritten rule that they have with one another. They've been doing business together back and forth since Eddie Hearn crossed the pond, and I think Bob Arum won. Eddie Hearn won the battle. Bob Arum won the war. You don't reserve a stadium overnight. I mean, it ain't like you could say, hey, not Al Davis, but Mark Davis. Hey, Mark Davis. Hey, I need your stadium. It don't happen like that, man. What I mean?
You already knew. Because that was mate, yeah. That was Bob Arum's friend.
Yeah. So as soon as the arbitration dropped, Monday, 2 hours later, July 24th, Raider Stadium. Come on, man. He was playing them the whole way. He was playing Eddie Hearn the whole way, and Eddie Hearn fell for it.
Yeah,
he fell for it.
But okay, so that it dropped on Monday that the fight was going to happen, because Tyson Fury announced it on the Sunday, then Monday, and all that all happened. But we saw Fury sign the contract at what was it again? Whose fight was it again, Fred? I've just forgotten. Just a weekend gone.
Josh Taylor.
Yeah, forgotten already. That's sad.
Yeah, he signed the contract. Yeah, so now we're locked and loaded. Yep.
Yeah. So, did you see how happy he was to sign that contract? And there was
he should be. He's promoting the fight.
Yeah, but he was dragging his feet though. He was dragging his feet though when it came to the Anthony Joshua one. Oh, we don't know what's going on. They haven't presented us. Because you really think that Eddie Hearn is going to be making back and forth calls, having a stadium on the verge of getting built? If he really thought that it wasn't going to happen, Tyson Fury was a damn liar. He always knew that he was fighting Wilder, but he wanted to use. I can't even say Wilder used his name.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens until the arbitration is done.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, but he always knew he wasn't fighting Joshua. He knows Joshua will beat him. That's why it's a duck. It's a real duck. And also, how comes Wilder had signed like 3-4 days before the arbitration ruling came out?
He had it signed. I don't know. I didn't see the date on it.
Yeah.
What was the date on the contract?
I don't know the date on it. Was I'll send it to you though. And then they compared when Wilder signed it. They
maybe speaking in affirmations. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then part two to that is Bob Arum had to send the contract. So if Deontay Wilder signed the contract before Monday, then that tells you everything you need to know what Bob Arum was up to.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And more than likely, Tyson Fury knew it at that time as well, innit?
Oh, Tyson Fury. Yeah, I mean, obviously they were on a private jet together when they went to go meet the arbitrator.
Like about 3-4 weeks ago, innit?
Yeah.
Well, goddamn, this is truth. Oh yeah, okay. Let's just touch this. We've seen H Money in the building. What is going on over here with all of this? Like I say, you can control whatever happens in your what is the story with H Money? Because he's the one that told me to go to your channel and speak. I was like, yeah, okay, cool, and I did. I'm seeing this keeps unfolding. What is going on? What's going on?
Nothing. Men can talk how they feel. Men are men. Like what? It's period. I think men should be able to say how they feel, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's
even if it's just a
non-censorship platform, No,
that's H Money. That's salute to H Money. Like H Money is my guy. I was just wondering what was maybe I'd missed something because I just jumped in and saw some stuff like on his channel, and I was like, what's going on?
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't care per se. I don't control people. Like and I think people are so used to being controlled. Go to work, listen to your wife. Go to work, listen to your child. Go to work, listen to your wife. Listen to your girlfriend. No, at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can come in and say what you want, man. And I'm not. And people may like it, people don't like it, but I'm not gonna sit here and say you're right. Then I'm playing God. If I say, oh, you're right, you can speak. Oh, you're wrong, you can't speak. I'm not a God. I'm just a man that presses the live button. And I think this is where we can be honest. How the hell can't you be honest if you can't speak what you believe? And I don't care. Like if you disagree one way, the only rule I have is the guest can hang up on you. I always tell the guest, if you don't want to answer the question, I hang up on the person that's asking you the question. Simple as that.
Yeah. But do you think that you play any responsibility?
No, I don't play any responsibility.
In meaning, like being a mediator, being like a ref, like being like when someone goes a bit above and beyond in any situation, like
nah, man. I'm not a referee. I'm not a referee.
Only when you choose to be.
Men are men. You understand? We're so uncomfortable with men yelling, and we have testosterone. That's what we do. And when men get mad, they talk a certain way. Simple as that. Like no way in hell do I think I'm a bigger man than the next man. And by no means do I think I'm a god. And I think people should say what they want to say,
Okay. I just think that everybody has a responsibility, and it's always selective what you guys. I'm full of ish. Let's put that up so at least it feels good for them. I just think that us as having a platform, we are, of some kind of duty, moral duty wise.
No.
Let me finish.
When you have your own platform, you can create it how you want to create it. I create the rules on my platform.
Yeah,
you create the rules on your platform, and you create the rule. No one tells me what to, if that's the case, I could have had a 6-figure job at ESPN. I didn't want it. I'm on YouTube to create what I want to create. This is mine. This is all mine, and I love it. And I think people should come in. You're free to be. If you want to say, "Oh, fuck Fred, he got mixed kids, he's anti-black." Okay, you got 3 minutes to get it off. Go. Fred's a racist. Fred don't like me. What else have they say? Fred's stealing money.
I know that one.
Say what you want to say. I don't care. You got 3 or 4 minutes. Get it off. Then we go to the next caller.
Yeah, I know
Some
that
people
one.
Gonna agree. Some people gonna disagree. You know what I mean? Like, I'll say this: when you're functioning, and I believe most of the days of my life, I function on such a high frequency. You understand? Like when you're talking to me, I just say yes. When we were talking in the DM, yes, no, yes, no. I don't really filibust like that. You know what I mean? I don't entertain stuff that doesn't help me accomplish my goal. So when people talk,
why is I part of that?
No, I'm just making a point.
Never just been, yeah. You do say yes, no, but you do, yeah. But it's not
not disrespectfully. I'm not saying
you're not negative. We always have like good bants.
No, I'm talking about like when we were making the
You won't be like X Y Z Z Z Z Z Z or Z.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't speak in like marriage terms. Yeah. So like I just think that I forget where I was going with it, but
sorry. No, you just said you the frequency that you vibrate
on. Yeah. And I'm not perfect by no means, but
we know.
I think, thank you. I just think that when I want the trolls to keep on talking, I don't ever have to talk to a troll ever in my life. I don't have a desire. No, let them keep saying everything they say. I want them to. Matter of fact, you know what I would want them to do? Create a whole entire platform dedicated to me. I would love for them to do it.
There's one for None.
Huh?
There's one for None.
I would love for them to do it. Like I'm not. Listen.
You ain't big enough yet, Fred, because Fanon's got one, love. There's a whole troll one just for Fanon when he goes mad and has his mental breakdowns out
I didn't know that.
And then you guys all dismiss him and to chuck him out of the LGBC. Such caring people, innit? Such caring for your own black people. Full of holes and contradictory holes. It's like Swiss cheese. That's why you feel that it's like running a tap through a net and they're expecting the net to hold the water. LGBC at its finest. Face of box. Oh yeah, there we go. So I know what you're saying. You let anybody say anything, but so you're saying that it's cool for the trolls to say what they want to say. So Drew the little guy, he's a troll.
Who?
Drew. That little one. Drew. Yeah. Is he really tall then?
Yeah.
He's tiny. Okay. Drew the Titan then. Is he a troll?
No, I consider Drew a friend.
So and I know anyone's
perspective. It's perspective. Like if he's talking about what you appreciate, you're going to disagree with it. That's why
I don't agree with anybody that wishes death. It's not that deep. It's boxing.
Well,
How dare you come on someone's platform and say that someone should burn up in a car fire, and that is acceptable? If when you get Bob Arum coming on and someone comes on and says, Bob Arum, you fucking you this, I hope you and all your family die. I hope they're all murdered. I hope your wife is. Would you accept? Is that cool? Is that cool?
As I said before, man, you gotta start listening to me. You gotta start listening to me.
You can repeat it because I've now put the question in there. But no,
listening when I'm answering your questions.
Yeah, but is it cool?
I said
I didn't ask you that. Is it cool?
I answered that question already. So you're not listening.
Yes, I am listening.
No, you're not.
You don't let anybody say what you're saying because you're not the referee.
Except when.
Except you said what? Except when what?
When we have a guest.
Except when, but there was a guest.
And
I said Sugar Hill.
You gotta let me talk.
Do you not remember?
Let me make the point. I said, see, one of the great things about being a journalist, your subject don't answer in complete sentences, they answer in complete thoughts. That way it gives you more time, more ammunition to rebuttal. You know what I mean? I would give you more information to rebuttal. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'll say this. Every guest on the show, I tell them, do you want to take calls? Hey, King, do you want to, what's up, Soldier? Do you want to, this is my student of the month. Congratulations.
Good on you. Carry it on. Continue.
And
student of the month next month as well. Yeah. Gotta get him a gift now.
Oh, you have every right. The guest has every right to say yes or no. You understand what I'm saying? And if they say hang up, I hang up on the person that's asking the question. It's real simple. You know?
No, I've never seen that. So they've never said to hang up.
Close my door. Thank you.
They've never said to hang up then, because I've never seen not one person hang up by on. Well, yeah, I've not seen none.
It's called the Barbershop, and
yeah, where but it's not acceptable. But like you said, it's your thingy. But I just think that just to have someone just to you.
Say, and that's the beautiful thing.
If somebody came on and said, "Oh, something about your kids that was nasty," and
said, they can say what they want.
I heard that. I don't even want to say it. And something happened to your family, like Mark Breland's or whatever, and they came on my platform and they came on your platform, and they said that to you, all because of boxing. That's disgusting. I'm sure. I don't think you would allow them to say that about your kids and your wife and say, you know what, we're gonna. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. I hope it doesn't be said to you because it's nasty. But I don't think you would.
No one's the same. No one person is the same.
Fred, that answer is void for that. It's void. I'm afraid it's void. It's okay. Everybody wants to sell out for super chats. That's everybody's got their price and their number. I'm all right.
Lady Chann, I'll beg to differ.
I know you make money. I know you plan more. It doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You can make a lot of money.
It's funny how a disagreement always goes to money. It's not about money.
Because that's what I see happening.
It's not about money. It's not about. Stop mentioning money. You're bringing up money.
I'm mentioning money. I'll mention whatever I want to.
So there's
I'll mention what you got the rules.
Listen, I'm not saying. Hey,
I came on your platform and everybody.
They're super chatting here
because of money. Yeah, but people. At least my people are coming in.
It don't matter.
They're coming in asking thingy.
Money is the same.
You're talking about you lot frequent. You lot vibrate on such a high frequency.
Listen.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I used to study under Malachi Z. No, you lot don't.
We disagree.
No, you don't. No. Not your people. Not the people I've seen with their IQ below 100 and severe retardation. No, I haven't. Sorry, they're not frequency and no high frequency. They're not. Their frequency is demonic. Sublow. What I don't get is if Fury, because half of them can't talk. Half of them are hip town, can't talk, rednecks, but black. What I don't get is if Fury cheated, Wilder and the NSAC were in on it, along with the WBC, then why has Wilder signed a third fight with Fury, commissioned by the NSAC and supervised by the WBC? Boxing Kingdom. Great question.
I answered that already like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, you did to a degree. But okay, he just wants to fight. He just wants to fight. That's what he wants. Boxing Kingdom. I'll answer it. Fred did say he doesn't matter. He just wants to fight. That's all he wants, isn't it? So it doesn't matter that the people that got paid off to cheat him are doing it again. He just wants to fight. So really, yet again, that doesn't make sense because if they cheated him the first time round at that highest level, and he's cool of getting them to have the fight again, then they can cheat again. So maybe that's the narrative. That's the new one that's coming up. Yeah, we use the same people, you know. But gosh, Fred, like, it's just crazy. Like, I wish that the LDBC was like really rooting for good stuff and like for black people everywhere, man. Like, it would be such a great movement. And if you used black people and respected black people all around the world, like, it would be such a great movement, like, for black people to be empowered in such a position where we are not empowered. But it's just gone wayward, and you've just turned something that's so good, that could have been so good, into just really, really disappointing. It's really disappointing. Oh no, we're not both Wilder haters, babes. No, we're not both Wilder haters. I said, like, this is what the level, the IQ level of your people are. You know why? Because, like, am I a Fury hater? I just like the truth, or, you know, I've already said, and by the way, Jason Mardonio Mesa, when you address me, please spell my name correctly. It's Chann. That shows your IQ level because it's right there under the screen, Chann. But all right, let's just dumb it down. I did say that I'm not a Deontay Wilder fan, but I wanted him. At the time, I didn't mind him. At the time, I didn't mind him, so I wasn't a hater, and I'm still not. I wanted him to beat Fury 1 and 2. And when this other fight happens, I don't care if he beats Fury then. I'd love him to knock Fury out because of the whole debacle. Did I say that or not, Fred?
You did.
Yeah. So calm. I did. So you've been sending loads of comments in the chat. You know, I've put you up twice. You're boring. Come with something else. You keep coming up with the same old thing. Drew, what's up, Drew? What's up? And where's my Centos? You want to answer some questions then, Fred? Is that like...
I'll answer anything. Well,
yeah, I know you will. I know you're not like ducking like Fury. You're not the ducker. It's just more statements, guys. I'd make sure you could have some really good questions. Because there's a lot in there. I see someone's name in there. I'm going to get to you in a minute. Yeah, Javier, we know this. We know. Technically, he's not because he's defeated. But when you look at... How do you feel about resumes? What's your... That's a good one. If you're called to...
Whose resume? I don't...
okay, so so out of the, say, the top 5 heavyweights, so you'd go...
Best resume?
Yeah.
Okay. Wilder's fought Romain Stavern when he was champion, Luis Ortiz twice, and Tyson Fury twice. Those are 5 credible opponents, I would say.
Okay, what did
I'll go through all of them. I'll go through all of them.
Ortiz,
Tyson Fury fought Wilder twice.
No, but I just want you to say why is Luis Ortiz? Because he was he WBA?
No, I just think Luis Ortiz is a hell of a fighter.
So was he in the top 10?
He's in the top 5. He's a top 5 heavyweight, I believe.
Not in ranking. I think he's
just my eye test.
WBA. I think that he is in WBA. He is top 5.
I'm just my eye test. I think Luis Ortiz is a top 5 heavyweight.
That is not ranked.
Tyson Fury, but that's all. That could be political too.
Yeah, yeah.
Tyson Fury fought Wilder twice, and Klitschko once. Anthony Joshua fought Klitschko once, and Andy Ruiz twice.
All right, let's run down because I gave you the opportunity to tell the truth and you chose to skirt around. Like, so
no,
right. Okay, let's give it. So Anthony Joshua fought Povetkin, who was a former champ. Anthony Joshua fought, lost, and then regained Andy Ruiz, former champ. Dillian White, as we know, was grudge match and also for a British title, Commonwealth. Okay. Then we'll go to Pulev, who was a former champ. We'll go for Charles Martin, no matter where you want to place him, was his first title obtained. Charles Martin was former champ. We're going to go to, so we've got Povetkin, Andy Ruiz, Dillian White, Pulev, Charles Martin. Who else has Anthony Joshua had that's former champ? Would you know? Forgotten. There's 7 that he's done. So there's 7. He's fought 7 out of the top 10 of champs. I'm sure my chat will help me.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just going off an eye test. I don't give a fuck what the rankings say.
Joseph Parker.
I'm just going off what
champ. Some of these were undefeated at the time as well. Sure. Oh yeah, next Klitschko. Yeah, Tyson Fury fanboys like to say, but he was old. He was 18 months older than when Tyson Fury did it. So that's that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 champs. Okay. Remains Tavern, 1. Luis Ortiz never was a champ, so really can't even do it. But I'll throw him in for good measure because he's WBA ranked. Fury beat Wilder twice. You know them two, all they do is make their career fighting each other back and forth. Trilogies, quadruples, who knows. Fury, Klitschko, Andrew Ruiz has got a very poor resume. I did a resume show. So out of those who we've just mentioned, if you just want to keep it, Ruiz, Stavern, Fury, and not Stavern. Ruiz, Wilder, Fury, and AJ. I know Stavern, I know. But he was a champ though, guys. He was. But he was. So it would be, you can't. Someone said great form. So who's got the best resume out of that I've just mentioned?
I think Wilder has the best resume.
So
yes, 4.
Okay, so I've definitely missed something. My bad. Let's go through Wilder's one again.
No, I don't care about
No, but this is what a resume is. This is what a resume is. It doesn't matter what you care about. That's like me saying I don't care about.
I said I test.
It's just like me going, I don't care about defending the title in boxing. Yeah, just because I don't care about it. Guess what? Boxing does. That's the rules.
Okay, so at the end of the day, let's just dead it. You think Anthony Joshua has a better resume?
No. It's not that I think.
No,
we're operating from facts.
I agree. Okay. I agree. Done. Anthony Joshua has a better resume. No big deal.
No, it's not. If you don't think so,
I personally don't care. You're making me. You're forcing me to care about something I don't care. I don't care.
Thrown out proud.
It's like the pound for pound list. You got your. I'm not debating your pound for pound list.
No, there's not a debate on the pound. There's a debate on the pound for pound list, Fred, because but there's still like stipulations that you put in. If you're going to talk about resume, like you put the best jobs on your resume. I don't know if you've ever had an actual job, because you said you've got loads of money. So I don't know if you use corporate or you've acquired money elsewhere. Sure. Who cares? But what I'm saying, do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Money. But what I'm saying is you put the best on your resume. That's what makes people hire you. So if you think Deontay Wilder's got the best resume, then
that's what I believe.
How? Why has he got the best resume?
I don't really care what you think. I don't want to debate.
No. I don't want to know why has he got the best resume.
I just told you he has 5 credible fights. In my eyes, I don't care if you disagree.
He's got 5 credible fights, nearly 6, with 3 people out of 42 fights. Wicked. All right, moving along swiftly. Anthony Joshua definitely has the best resume. Sure. It doesn't matter what Fred thinks. I think I've just told you the facts, and as everybody can see, they can see. What else? This is what I can't do. Deluded. Fred, you are an intelligent guy, and you disappoint me when you say things like this. It's disappointing because you're mad intelligent. You're an author and everything. What's the name of your book?
I have 3 of them.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, let's see if we still want to buy them. What's the name?
One is called "Why Did I Sleep with Him?" The other one is called "Life," L-I-E-F-E, and the first one is called "Mud Free Rose."
The third one's called what?
Mud Free Rose.
Mud Free Rose.
Mm-hmm.
And this is some books of that, guys. Yeah, because we want to promote the good stuff. You should be talking about. How come you're not saying about this?
You know what? I've accomplished so much. You know what I mean? I'm not being arrogant, but I mean,
you are, but
no, I'm being honest. I've won 20 film festivals. I'm Emmy nominated, 3-time author, teacher of the year. Like, I've done everything that I can possibly done in 43 years. So if I say one thing, I don't really care. Yeah, that's yesterday's news. I'm more concerned with the film I'm shooting June 21st.
What is it? Tell me.
I'll talk about it June 22nd.
Okay. When you start. Let's have this is Get the Smoke, vacant British title. I need some air. Okay. Vacant British title. Yeah. So it got he fought for a vacant British title. How did Bermain Stavern Smoke get his title? Smoke, don't. We already debunked this. And you got laughed at. Anyway, moving along. Dillian White is shite. You guys hate it. But yeah, Fred.
Yes.
I think I don't know. I want to see what other people said. Like good stuff. I want to see like
man. Put everything up there. I don't give a fuck.
You don't care, do you?
No, I don't care.
Oh, do you know what, Fred? What we could do is, would you be opposed to letting people come on? Like, just like people can come on and say their thing. Like, then I can kind of turn.
It's your show.
Like, for real. Like, that would push it up a bit, innit? Because I'm just like going on. Like, I just like to kick back. I see why you do it, you know, because you don't actually do that much work.
I don't care. Have them come on.
Yeah, I know. I get why you do it. I do it, and you see me do it on my other stuff. But I didn't think, you know, I'll put it in the link. Someone did ask me, but it was an LDBC person as well.
Let them come on. Let them. If anyone,
I didn't know you wanted to do it. No, there was an LDB. They was on your side. They was like, "Can we?" But I didn't know if it was like if you were.
I don't care. You're in charge.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still respectful, man. I don't want, like, I'm not like that. Because Fred, like, this is what I'm saying. As much as Blue gets on my damn nerves, he's cool, yeah? I like him as a person and other stuff. I like you as a person and other stuff. But, you know, we'll bang on each other sometimes. That's how it goes in life. You know? It's not a biggie.
Listen,
your personality is not horrible. You haven't got a horrible personality. So it's just like, I can't lie. I'm not a liar. So I'm good. But I will call bullshit when bullshit appears. Sentos!
What's up, Sentos?
What's up? It's my UK lady there.
Yes, it
Where's the brush?
Where's the brush? Sentos, you keep missing it, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
You keep missing it. Look, it's a bit of a snag there. There we go.
What's up, Fred?
How you feel, King?
Oh man, great man. I'm tired. I hadn't been to bed yet. I gotta go to bed.
Oh man, you've been up all night there.
He's a trucker.
Yeah, man. Hey, I just want to chime in real quick. What's up, Sheldon?
Fred,
just want to tell you guys,
Lady Chann.
What's up?
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, brother?
In my opinion, we really can't get caught up in the resumes too tough, because resumes can be formed depending on, you know, how things go. When there's ducking involved and all the politics of boxing, some guy may not get the fights that he's trying to get. So you really can't go by resumes because of certain promoters not working together, or political reasons, or fighters not wanting to fight each other. So resumes is not a good thing to go by. The only time resumes really have a serious effect is at the end of a fighter's career. But during their career, like what's going on with boxing right now, resumes are not a good factor to use
for you
to see who's the better fight. No, for anybody. I mean, I'm just speaking non-biased.
There's got any ducked ones, and there's ducked. Damn it, his resume is still great.
But
then.
Like, but here's the thing.
No one ducked. I don't think anyone ducked. Ducked Deontay.
That's why I'm telling you, resumes don't work.
Here's the thing for me, y'all. Here's the thing for me.
Look, Luis was hidden.
Hold on, listen.
Luis Ortiz was hidden by Matchroom. He was promised a fight with AJ years ago, and he was hidden and never got that fight. That's why he's not with Matchroom anymore.
Like it would make any difference to AJ's fucking resume or not.
That's not the point. The point is your resume can be fixed up because of politics. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
Anthony
so you can't really go by that. I don't think. I think if we're gonna say who has the best overall resume, you got to go by whoever hadn't had ducking situations where they didn't duck anybody and no one was ducking them.
Sorry, Santos.
Can I ask Fred a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people won't be able to stay on the panel. They'll say their thing.
Yeah.
And
they'll get out of here. Yeah, I got you. Hey, Fred, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When's the last time a resume won a fight?
I can't recall.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Resumes don't mean nothing. Everybody was saying Luis Ortiz was the boogeyman. Who did Luis Ortiz beat? Matter of fact, who did he fight besides Wilder that we even care about?
Well, he wasn't allowed to fight anyone. That's what we're trying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't care what he's allowed to do.
You and I saying the same thing.
And who did he beat? Luis Ortiz hadn't fought nobody and hadn't beat nobody. That's what I'm saying.
Let him.
So resumes don't really mean nothing. But that's all. Resumes don't mean anything. That's a mute argument. All right, you guys. Go back to the show. Thanks.
Who are you talking to? Me? Okay. Yeah. Who is Luis Ortiz beaten? Fred. Other than who has he fought other than Wilder? That's of stature.
It's my eye test. He was the mandatory for Anthony Joshua and didn't fight him.
Who has he fought? Like this is.
I said nobody. I said nobody. I said nobody.
Okay, that's all. We didn't have to go into. Yeah, we didn't have to go any. We didn't have to go any more.
In terms of names, he hasn't fought anybody, but it's an eye test for me. Mm-hmm. Like, I have my own analysis, and I think Luis Ortiz is a top 5 heavyweight. If I'm wrong,
him as a fighter. Okay. No, I like him as a fighter. I think he's a sick fighter. On the second fight, Wilder was down on the cards in nearly every round until he clocked the right. So he's a way better boxer than Wilder all day long. I'm with it, but we've got to just call a spade a spade. He's not elite. Okay. Santos, did you go?
Yeah.
Santos said it and when? I didn't even see. All right. So now we've got Smoke in the building. Smoke, say what you gotta say.
Hey, peace to the Queen Lady Chann. What's up? Barbershop, Cali King.
What's up,
yeah, I'm out here in Oakland, New York, doing my thing. So I just wanted to say that I think that if there's only one heavyweight, if he retired today, has a resume that would get him in the Hall of Fame, and that would be Deontay Wilder. So there's that aspect of it where you can also there's any number of ways that you can assess a resume. Part of it may be the quality of competition that a guy's faced, but another thing can be like title defenses, for instance. And those kinds of things get you into the Hall of Fame, not necessarily your level of competition. So it just depends on it depends on your perspective. Okay. But I have a question because I don't really keep abreast of Barbershop's channel. So over here, I've been over here a bunch, and they this is it's a UK channel. They big up their boxers. One of the topics of conversation over here a lot is about how like crazy Wilder fans are, how deluded they are, and all this stuff. And I get asked questions about glove game.
Fanboys, just the fanboys, not the support.
Right. I mean, whatever. Like right now, I just got timed out in your chat for saying, Hall of Fame resume. Yeah. Like whatever. I'm not hating it. It is what it is, right? It happens. People are, they're avid fans of their thing.
You only time out someone if they're doing some racist shit, abuse, and all of that, like that. That's where you time people out. Because there's times where I've had you guys that you're supposed to time people out and you ain't time people out. So don't time people out just because they've talked about someone's resume. Dumb. Don't do it.
Right. And I'm sorry. So this long preamble to it. I didn't see it. Yeah, no, you got to handle your scandal. But I'm sorry about the long preamble to this question, Fred, but what are your actual thoughts on Glovegate? Do you think that he cheated? Do you believe, or you don't know, or what? What are your thoughts on it?
You gotta go to the beginning of the show, man. We spent the hour on that shit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm sorry, I missed it. Yeah, so nice job. Yeah, the second thing is is there anything in the works for your actually not I don't even ask that. what is your actual favorite interview that you feel like you've given from a promoter that was like informative and also like just entertaining? I've seen some good ones from you. Richard Schaefer for me is like, I like those ones. I really like that one you did with Eddie Hearn. We found out about when he found out about the Dillian White failed test. I think you've done some good ones. Do you have one that you like?
Oh man, that's tough, man. I think my most reactionary one was probably the Eddie Hearn one. My most like informative in terms of unreleasing the veil was the Richard Schaefer one about pay-per-views. I thought that was a hell of an interview. Bob Arum, see, I know Bob. Like me and Bob curse each other out in private. So it's I mean, me and Bob is very comfortable having conversation with one another. So people think that we're friends, but we're not friends. I just spent so much time with him over the years as it pertains to covering fights. But I like that Richard Schaefer one. That Richard Schaefer one was hella informative for me. I learned a lot, and it affirmed a lot of the thoughts that I had and relieved me of some of the things that I thought I knew, you know. So I like that Richard Schaefer, but everyone's gonna when I die, people are gonna talk about the Eddie Hearn interview.
All right. Last one, and I'm out of here. Thanks for the time. Mm-hmm. Do you see a bout between you and Kenny Porter for charity?
Hurry up.
Probably not, man. Probably not. He got off on me. He got a good one off on me, and you know. But you know the beautiful thing about that is how I respond to you guys on screen is the same way I responded to in real life. How did I respond to that altercation?
I don't remember. I just remember that there was one.
I responded like a man should. I went for him and I was grabbed, and it's okay. And I've moved on. I moved on from it. Close the door. What'd you say? Later. Close the door. And
I think what they're talking about this.
Oh yeah. He mushed me in the face. He got off on me. And
I heard about it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's real life. I mean, it's real life, man. When you're a man, life happens. And if I ran from it, then it's cool. You know, I didn't, and I tried to get back, and I was grabbed, and I couldn't get to him, and I didn't run, I didn't fall, I didn't cower, and that's the truth. And that's what more can I say about it?
Keep grinding, man. I'm out. Peace.
And if Triller want to send that contract, I'll gladly do it on Triller. I'm not doing it in real life. Nah, not when they're giving Jake Paul money. Nah, let's do it on Triller.
That would be wicked. Lisa Bills, the Queen's in the building. What's going on?
Nothing. How's everybody? How you doing, Fred?
How you doing?
Good. It's been a good interview and everything. The back and forth, you know, but you know, as far as the Luis Ortiz thing, I really don't, you know, I didn't know the whole story of it, but I don't know why Luis Ortiz supposed to fight Klitschko? I'm confused about that.
I believe he was a WBA mandatory. He was with Golden Boy, then Golden Boy released him, or he got bought out his contract by Eddie Hearn, and then he was number one by the WBA, and he didn't fight Anthony Joshua for some reason. That was so long ago. And then Luis Ortiz, he never really got his shot because he didn't come with a great deal of like momentum behind him in terms of fan base and or money. You understand what I'm saying? So I thought that he would be considered a high risk, low reward. And then Wilder fought him twice. I thought it was admirable for Wilder to fight him twice. And you know, he was losing the fight on the cards in the second fight, you know, and he knocked him out, man. And but my eye test says Luis Ortiz is top 5 heavyweight. As of I haven't seen him fight. So as of last November, and the last time he fought, yeah, I would consider him a top 5 heavyweight.
Okay, because I vaguely remember he had popped he didn't, I can't say pop, but what he didn't do was he didn't declare the high blood pressure medication that he was taking with Vada. So it came up. So the WBC, he was like suspended or banned or however you want to say it.
Right.
But the WBC cleared him or whatever. So I guess he proved it by the doctor or whatever. So that fight didn't happen. And then of course, who wouldn't take on a Hall of Famer such as Klitschko? You know what I mean? Like that's something good on your resume.
Right.
It's the same thing with Earl Spence. He's getting ready to fight Manny Pacquiao. It's the same thing. So I just looked at it a little different. I support AJ. He's my favorite heavyweight, and I think he's doing good things. Just like you got people that support AJ as well. You got people that support Wilder. You got people that support Fury. But the main thing is boxing is bigger than all of the players. You know what I mean? Yeah. At the end of the day, I love boxing before that. It's just the politics I don't like. That get in the way of these big fights happening and so many things going on,
Do you think level of opponent is important in resume? That's the whole point. Like when you go for a job, you don't put your most rubbish job on the resume, do you? You put the most prestigious so you can get the new employer to employ you, right?
Yeah, well, it's your CV, your body of work. It goes with you everywhere. Like people say, Bud Crawford hasn't done nothing at 147, but his body of work is what carries him. He hasn't had the top guys at 147. However, his body of work still,
great resume.
Still his body of work. He's still a 3-division
world champion,
former undisputed. He just hasn't gotten the top dogs, or even if it's not a title holder, he still hasn't gotten like the Sean Porters yet, or it's your body of work. It's your body of work. That goes with you no matter where you go.
True. Even the tuna cans. If you fought if you fought 39 tuna cans, that's your body of work. Like and then another 3, that's good. But the 39 tuna cans still come with you wherever you go in it.
Right.
It's
part of your resume. You need those. You need gatekeepers. You need journeymen. You need vets. You need all those type of top guys. You need all those people on your resume. That's just how it usually is. But thank you guys. Thank you, Fred, for coming on, and it's been a good show.
Thanks, Queen.
Okay, I'm gonna let somebody else. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome, girl. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, we've got someone else to come in. We have, I think this is one of your boys, Fred. Green. What's up, mister? Unmute.
Yeah, you hear me?
Hi, yep.
Yo, what's up, Fred?
How you feel, King?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's a busy day at the office, so I'm about to clock out soon, so can't complain, man. But so I'm just trying to figure out, the nature of you guys' conversation. Are you guys debating AJ's resume versus Deontay Wilder's resume? Is that what I'm hearing?
We're just talking about resumes in the top 5 heavyweights. Who's got the best resume?
All right, fair enough. But let's be truthful here, man. As much as like Deontay Wilder, AJ does have the better resume. That's a fact. He does. Now, to the other guy's point who came on, I think it was Shelton Moore, I believe. Forgive me if I butchered his name, but he raised a pretty good point. Yeah, resumes are good to talk about, but when the fight actually happens, the resume doesn't matter. Because that can be all wiped out after, if you get knocked out by a lesser opponent. Let's say, for example, Buster Douglas.
Andrew Ruiz knocked out AJ. He's got a track resume.
Yeah, I can go further than that. Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson. You have what's called the Cinderella Man, James Braddock, who beat Max Baer in an upset many years ago. So the point I'm making is that the heavyweight division is a very unpredictable division. It's been like that for centuries. You don't know what can happen. So the fact is, yeah, you know, Joshua, for example, can walk to a fight as the better man because he's fought better opponents, he's beat better opponents. But when he goes up against a guy that you don't expect him to lose to, that, you know, in this case, Andy Ruiz, that will happen. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, that was just my take on it, though. But I just want you guys' thoughts on this, and this has been coming up in the last few days. There's a strong indication that Joshua is going to vacate that belt and vacate the WBO belt, not fight Usyk. What's your guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of commentary about it. I'd rather wait until Eddie actually confirms that before stating that. I think, in my opinion, I don't think he will, because it'd be pointless. He's worked so hard. Yes, he can still get undisputed if Deontay Wilder beats Fury. He could fight Wilder for undisputed. So to what level I've seen what AJ stands for, I don't think him vacating that belt, and that's not on God, but I just don't see it happening. But yeah, Usyk's no one that he needs to vacate a belt. It's not like Fury knew he couldn't beat Klitschko for the second time, so he needed to vacate and one got stripped. Yeah, and Usyk's a tough contender, but he's a cruiserweight. You know, you're going to be coming in with someone that's like, you know, 238, 240, 242 versus Usyk at 231. Does he have the boxing fundamentals to beat AJ? Sure, if he can output, he's a great boxer. He could probably outpoint AJ, maybe. But does he have the pop to beat AJ? Not in my opinion, unless you do a Tony Bellew and you beat him down until you run him down and outbox him until you've just got no more steam, and then, you know, you can punch him through the ropes or something like that. But no, I don't see him vacating it. But when and as it happens, I'll keep everybody informed to what I know, and then I'll just make more of a decision and an opinion on the matter then, to be fair. But I just saying it now, I don't think he would vacate to avoid Usyk. I'd be disappointed if he did. In my opinion, I would be very disappointed. Fred?
I think he should fight Usyk. I haven't heard anything of any rumblings of that he's going to vacate. Y'all would know better than I know. You in the UK, I think that he should fight him. Like, I don't think I wouldn't consider Usyk a threat to Anthony Joshua. You know, and I don't know a bigger fight he can make than Usyk. Is maybe Dillian White is bigger over there. I don't know. But if he's not fighting the winner of Wilder Fury, why would you vacate? You know, it makes no sense.
Yeah. That's where we stand with that. Dan the Man Boxing. Have you got a channel?
Nope.
Dan, you got a channel?
Yeah. It's Dan the Man Box. I didn't know I was on. I apologize for that.
No, it's okay. Yeah, well, I'll check out your channel.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, by the way, I want to say something before I go. I just want to say something real quickly, if I don't mind. You guys don't mind? Hello?
Yep, sure.
Yeah. Going back to the fact that resume doesn't matter if the fight actually happens. If you ask me, if AJ and Wilder ever fight down the road, I'm picking Wilder to win the fight. And if you want to break down on that, I can give that to you later, but that's all I have to say. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Take care.
Thanks for coming through.
No problem.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
He's got two. You know when people have a double, they've got double. I don't know, how does that work? Let me drop the link. Okay. I don't know how, when it's two, you know, when they've got two, it's the same person, but they're still waiting twice. I don't know how that happens. But,
Are they ready? Bring them on.
No, it was the same guy that was just on Dan the Man, but he was.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it was double. I was like,
you just kick him out. You just kick him out.
I feel bad, like kick out. Yeah, it's like, did that.
And the people that don't like me didn't beam in.
No, but Fred, like, there's not many, like, we're not like, I don't know, maybe it's not like some mass hate that you.
No, I just want people. I just thought that. I mean, I see a handful of the comments. You know, why don't they just beam in?
Yeah, why don't they beam in?
Yeah, go ahead. What's up,
Hey, Monday. Hey, Monday. Hey, Monday.
What's good? What's good? Shout out to Lady Chann. Shout out to Barbershop Conversations, man. Fred, thanks for coming through, showing love to Lady Chann, Fred. You know what I mean? People don't know some of the things that Fred do behind the scenes. Let me just let y'all know. Fred gave me an opportunity. He introduced me to Bill Haney and Devin Haney, helped me grow my brand. And Fred, I appreciate you, brother. I just want to let you know that, man. You know, we had good times, bad times. We had some heated debates at times, and I appreciate it, man, Fred. You know what I mean? I love to call in your show. You know, you give me opportunity. I know you took a lot of heat from a lot of people for letting me on your show. You know what I mean? A lot of people got mad at Fred just for giving me an opportunity to talk about boxing. And Fred, he doesn't have to let me on his platform and say my piece. Ain't nobody else letting me do it. So, Fred, I appreciate you, man. And this Saturday, Devin Haney, what's your prediction for Haney and Linares?
I anticipate a UD, but I really would want to stop it. I would love this or at least get a knockdown or have him hurt a couple times. But Devin should have no problem outboxing him for 12 rounds. So I'll say a UD 9-3 somewhere in there.
I'm looking for a knockout. I think Devin gonna stop him with some body shots. Devin ready to step his game to the next level. And man, shout out to Devin Haney. Shout out to Bill Haney. And you already know, Fred, you can't wait for that trilogy, man. I've been going hard every night in the barbershop. I've been going hard like a motherfucker, Fred. Hey, man. I appreciate it, Fred. Hey, man, Fred, that trilogy, man. To me personally, I feel like Wilder should have probably took a tune-up fight in between. I feel like it was a lot of pressure on Wilder to take this third fight. And now, man, say Tyson Fury goes in there and Tyson Fury dominates again. Hopefully Tyson Fury can get his credit. Fred. You know what I mean? Would you give Tyson Fury his credit if he wins this third fight?
I'm not thinking like that right now. I told you, July 25th, come into the shop, man. I'm not, man. These are part 3 is one of these fights where you can't even have those thoughts of your fighter losing. You know what I mean? Like, because I believe in the butterfly effect. So I'm steadfast on Wilder winning, and July 25th, you're gonna come in and I'm gonna mute you and everyone gonna say what they got to say to you. So come on in July 25th, man. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, you're going on. Mate, you're gonna get it. Okay.
I just hope that
problems, mate.
Hey, you know what? I just hope that the barbershop will be open that day after Tyson Fury whoop his ass again. I just hope everybody show up, man.
I'll be here. I'll be there.
Oh, hey, Fred, and what do you think about Tyson Fury's skill set as a fighter? I know that you train, you do some boxing on the side. So, you as somebody that trains, what do you think about his skill set, his footwork, and his boxing ability?
I think he's good. I think he has a flickering jab. He has a great understanding. He understands the terrain of the actual ring. He has above average IQ. And right now he's the best heavyweight in the world. And I'm not going to say he's not good or great because I want Wilder to get his full credit, So either way, I think Fury's great. We're going on, and I'm going in there with that because the contract is already signed. So now that we got the contract signed, we got what we, I guess, wanted, right? We wanted part 3. So now it's on to road to July 24th.
You think Fury's great in what way, you mean?
I think he has an above average IQ. I saw it in the Klitschko fight. I saw how he made it a six round fight. Like all that shit was just to take time off the clock. You know what I mean? And stop and go. Like older fighters have problems with stopping and going. Like they want to fight in a consistent cadence. They don't want to reset themselves. I thought Fury did a great job at that, and Fury's a good boxer. He's more of a boxer than like a true heavyweight.
Yeah, he is.
And but he's good, and this will be the best version of Wilder. Is
Wilder a better boxer than Fury? No, it's not.
No. I'll give it to you like this. If you're going off of just like what people see, like jab, jab, right hand, I don't think no one in boxing has a better jab right hand than Deontay Wilder. You understand? But if you're talking about like if you're talking about moving, if you like moving, you like the clinching, you like the subtleties of boxing, Fury does that more than Deontay Wilder. But in terms of jab right hand, I don't think no heavyweight has a better jab right hand than Deontay.
Fundamentally, Fury's a better boxer even than AJ. And that's facts. Fundamentally,
I wouldn't say that. He's a better, I wouldn't say that.
Because if you look at Fury's footwork, and remember, I can't stand dudes, you know, so but you know, if you look Fury's mad light. Even if you see him hitting those heavy bags a couple of days ago, I've got someone else waiting. Hitting those heavy bags a couple of days ago, even his footwork is like he's on the balls of his feet, even there hitting the heavy, where most people are planting and. You know, AJ plants and he will be flat-footed. Don't get it twisted. You can see AJ can opt, as we saw in Ruiz too, to box and be nimble and jab be quick. Yeah. But Fury shouldn't be able to be that nimble at 6'9", is all I'm saying.
From that perspective, if you're he moves well, but Wilder moved well against Bermane 1. So if he can. Yeah,
he did well even the other day. I didn't think that the thing that I saw him do with Malik Scott. I reported it today. The only thing that I'm not impressed with, but he went back to doing, so I don't know why he's forgotten. He's not bringing the hand back to his jaw. He's not bringing the hand back to his face. He's gonna have to do that in the Fury fight because he'll get a counter and he might, you know.
Oh, they're gonna counter each other. They're definitely gonna. Oh, that was Fury's plan, and I'm not sure what fight. Every time Wilder jabbed, he jabbed, and but
you got to return that. You got to return.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah,
absolutely right. Or use your feints.
Yeah,
Fight first. Yeah.
So I hope he works on that.
I mean, the storyline is there. The fact that we're having a conversation about this fight, and we're still like it's fight week. We're having it 60 days away, makes it. Why this fight is so valuable, you know, it has great implications.
Fred. So, I'm sorry, Lady Chann. Fred. So, what did you think about the difference between Tyson Fury in that first fight and the second fight? I think Tyson Fury looked spectacular in the second fight with Sugar Hill. So, what do you think about those improvements and the difference in Tyson Fury?
I think it was his mindset. If we're not going to talk about the gloves, right? We're just going to I think it was just he has a mindset shift, you know. Sugar Hill made him believe that he was the bigger, stronger, most dominant fighter. You understand? He didn't take a step back. He took a step back in the first round. I thought Wilder could have ended the fight in the first round. I don't think Wilder.
What fight are you talking about? First or second fight? Sorry,
the second fight.
Oh.
Wilder didn't know that Fury was hurt in the first round. When I rewatched it, Fury was hurt. He was concussed. He was out. Like if you rewatch it, when Wilder landed that right hand, he didn't know, but it was a great poker face by Tyson Fury, and that's part of the IQ of boxing. And
his leg was still up. Remember what Jack Reese said on your show, and that's true. If you're unconscious totally, even though Fury did say that
talking about the second fight.
Yeah, he's on the second fight.
Oh, sorry.
The second fight. Yeah, the first round of the second fight. I thought if Wilder would have stepped forward, but I mean, as you say, something was wrong with Wilder but he was out. But that's the intricacies that Fury has. He showed a poker face. But if Wilder would have followed up, I thought it would have been a different fight. I really thought that fight could have been a little bit different. But Fury is Fury, man. He's doing a great job at promoting the fight. I think it was just a mindset shift because he gained 40 pounds or something, 20 pounds, and he carried that to the ring. And so.
Hey, so Fred, when I watched that second fight, it was like Tyson Fury, he pretty much knew everything Deontay Wilder was going to throw at him. He was prepared for everything. You know what I mean? You had the right hand. Tyson Fury was waiting for that you know, that 1-2. You know what I mean? And I think Tyson Fury's getting better and better. His confidence is rising, Fred, and I'm looking forward to the best Tyson Fury, you know, in his third fight. As far as Wilder, I know Wilder is missing Mark Breland. Mark Breland, who's the most experienced trainer in his corner. Mark Breland, you know, who pretty much, you know, taught Deontay Wilder a lot of those things that he know, especially that right hand. You know, and Deontay Wilder, he's known for that right hand, Fred. Deontay Wilder, I think the best thing that he does is disguise that right hand. Like, he'll throw a jab and come back with the right hand real quick. Like, you don't even know he's gonna throw the right hand. He knows how to set it up. You know, if Tyson Fury can take it away from him, Fred, I think it's gonna be a long night. It's definitely gonna be another long night for Deontay Wilder. And I'm gonna say shout out to Fred Barbershop Conversations. Shout out to Lady Chann and Fred, man.
This guy keeps saying that.
I don't care what these trolls be saying. You know what I'm saying? He could come over here. I don't know these trolls. They follow me around. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. But I'm gonna say this. Hey, yo, Fred. You know,
you keep getting my shit.
Let me say this real quick, Fred. Now, people don't know some of the things that Fred. I'm not swearing.
You said
people don't know.
You said effing. You swore.
Like I said, Fred, appreciate you. And people don't know some of the things that you do behind the scenes, giving back to the community, giving haircuts to the kids, free haircuts and things of that nature. Fred, keep up the good work, man. I see you tonight in the barbershop.
Thank you, dog. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Peace. Thank you, Lady Chann. Peace.
Thank you. See ya. Shelton, you back again. What's up, Shel?
Yeah, I just have to come back and say salute to you. Great interview. Fred, your composure today has been amazing. You're a great representative for our city, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Great work.
Appreciate you.
All right.
I'm always composed in the guest house. You know what I mean?
But sometimes you lose it at the pad, Fred. Sometimes you lose it at the pad.
It's my show. Like, I can. Oh, man.
To be fair, he hasn't been attacked. Like, he hasn't been attacked, though.
No, but it's been, you know how it goes, Chann.
No, well, you should see when I went on his show. If he got like,
I was there. I was there. I didn't comment, but I was there. I didn't like it, but I was there. I didn't like it.
So it's easy to be calm because nobody's.
But you know, people, you got to remember, people are gonna say what they're gonna say, and that's just what it is. Now, Fred, I got one more question for you, big bro. I'm sliding out to Atlanta for this Tank Davis fight.
Okay, dope.
Right? Mm-hmm. And I'm sliding out there for the upset, brother. I don't think Tank can pull it off. I think Money made a miscalculation and he picked the wrong dude. That's just my opinion. Mm-hmm. What say you, brother?
I'm gonna bet Mario Barrios because the odds are gonna be in my favor. My heart is gonna root for not Devin, but Tank Davis. When round one goes ding, I'm gonna be rooting for Tank Davis. But I can't pass up an opportunity. I think I agree with you. I think win or lose, 140 is gonna shorten Tank Davis' career.
You hear, Shelton?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. I got a phone call. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you soon.
I appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, Shel. Thank you. I can't bear how anybody else want to come through before. Fred is always composed. Fred, I've never seen you lose your temper though.
I just talk loud, but
do you?
Yeah, I'm all on the inside. I'm always like centered 9 times out of 10.
I've never. Maybe I haven't watched long enough, but I haven't. Yeah,
I'm very measured in public because from a fool, when 2 people are arguing, from a distance, when 2 or more people are disagreeing, no one knows who the fool is.
Yeah, true. My mom says that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dope. What's up, Mom?
Hiya. Who is this?
Hey, how you doing, Lady Chann? What's up, Barbershop?
Hey, how you feel, dog?
Yeah, Lady Chann, I found you on Twitter one time. I was on Twitter talking boxing. I ran into you. Been watching a few of your videos since then. Put on a pretty good show. Barbershop, you know what you do up over there in the cut.
Thank you, dog.
I got a question for Lady Chann.
My name, you can pronounce it Lady Chann. It's Chann.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chann. Chann, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my apologies.
No, it's okay.
So, I don't know if you guys talked about it today, but what do you think about what can Wilder do in this rematch? Do you think with this Tyson Fury third fight, the trilogy?
Good question, man. Good question. That's a great question. I want to be able to give. I really want to be able to give. What he's going to have to do is learn to be able to fight on the back foot. I know he's been able to do it in the past, but that is that hasn't been at elite level. If he can have better lateral movement, because he's naturally athletic. He is more athletic than Fury. Fury's light on the feet, and that if Wilder can move going backwards and then be able to still counter, because he counters on a kind of like a run up. If he's able to land the right, going back, I know it sounds weird, but you know what I'm talking about, and still keep the same impact, then we're good. If he's able to use better lateral movement, and I've seen him slip in some jabs, which are good, but I don't know if Fury's not the hardest puncher. He's not the hardest puncher. So his best bet is to be able to slip a lot of the punches, but the punches that he does take, if he does move at certain angles, you know, it takes away the impact of certain punches, the way it will be more of a skim than getting, you know, full on Fury running at you with 270+ pounds. I just think that he's back and also if he's able to fight Fury on the inside, because Fury isn't a great inside fighter. So if he's able to get up under Fury, but this is where boxing fundamentals are important. And you can't depend on the right when you're on the inside. He's going to have to be able to pull off some amazing combos, because he doesn't have good combinations either. Wilder is a 1-2 puncher, one single hitter, double. That's all we've seen. We're going to have to see some 3-4 hit combos at least on the inside. Imagine Wilder, left hook, right hook, check hook, uppercut. We don't see Wilder pull off uppercuts. If we see Wilder be able to pull off an uppercut with the right hand, his power hand, imagine the damage that he could do with that. Fury be out like a light.
And the reason why I asked that question is because, you know, the consensus, the census, you know, of the streets or whatever that word is, like, you know, I'm not good with words, is basically like, you know, he can't learn anything else and everything is too late and all this stuff. But we've seen other fighters take L's and come back and do things a little bit different. Not so polished, but they did accomplish something in the fight. And one of my biggest things is whether or not it's Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Lomachenko, Teofimo, or whoever the case may be, is eventually will take an L or not take an L, is that, you know, I'm not the one to sit there and dictate what somebody can do and can't do in their life. You know, just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean it won't ever happen.
True.
Even though I think in the third fight that Wilder will outpoint Tyson Fury, but that's just a prediction. That it doesn't mean anything or stuff like that, because before the fight, I actually caught a lot of flack for saying that Tyson Fury can knock out Deontay Wilder, and essentially that's kind of what happened. But my other question is women's boxing. We've been seeing a lot of the lackluster numbers for main cards, lackluster numbers as far as the viewership numbers and the gates and stuff like that. But a lot of these guys are getting paid pretty handsome, even though they're, you know, whether or not it's the promoter, whether or not it's the fighter, just can't get no traction with people and stuff like that. And a lot of these women ain't getting the same, you know, and you know, some of them have to take odd jobs on the side. Some of them, I believe, what's her name, Tara Brown, just got called for a TV show or movie role for a casting call. it's kind of unfortunate because I see a lot of fighters, you know, American female fighters, British female fighters, have been putting up a lot of good work in the ring and fighting stiff competition, unlike, you know, a lot of the male counterparts. What do you think about the pay with women's boxing?
I'm not that's the thing. I'm kind of more new to women's boxing, you know. Like I've had the pleasure of having a couple female boxers on, and they're the ones that kind of stand out to me. I'd like to have, like, obviously I'd like to have Clarissa Shields on. I'd like, you know, but I mean, I'm not that well up on game of the of women's boxing. As a woman, do I prefer women's boxing over men's boxing? No, I don't. But do I appreciate a good female scrap when it's good good opponents? Then yeah, I do. But do I feel that female boxers should get paid as much as the men? Yes, I do. But you have to also take into consideration they fight only 2-minute rounds and not 3-minute rounds. So if you want to be equal, you're going to have to fight as much as what the men do. But Mauricio Suleiman, I see him on a commentary stating that he just feels that anatomically that women shouldn't fight over 2 minutes because we're more easily concussed. Well, you know, you could say that. Facts are facts, but at the end of the day, we've still chosen to be fighters. So yeah, that's where I really stand with that. I'm not really up on game with that, but I am seeing that Eddie Hearn is doing. He's brought women's boxing to the highlight to the forefront a lot recently. You know when you saw Bridges and Courtney fighting on the Chisora Parker undercard, they almost actually did. They did a hell of a lot of numbers, you know, for on that undercard compared to the other male fighters on that undercard. So that's saying something. I mean, you know, Emily Bridges, she does sex it up, but I mean, yeah, there's a still long way to go. Will it catch up with men's boxing? I'd hope so. But, you know, I just think that the level, or the quality of females, I mean, you can be undisputed within 10 fights.
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
my last question is for Barbershop. Hey man, what's up with the documentaries, man?
I got a short film coming. I'm shooting it June 21st. I'm shooting 4 short films this year. So I shoot one in June, I shoot another one in July, and then I'm gonna come back in maybe October and November and shoot the other 2. So and whichever one gets the most fanfare, I'll go to full production on it, you know, and turn it into a full film. But I don't have a documentary right now. I was in talks with some NBA players and doing that, but I just couldn't do it because of my daughter. You know, she takes up a lot of my time. But now that she's going to school in September, I have those 6-7 hours in the middle of the day to create something.
Right on.
Thank you.
Well, you guys take care of yourself. I'm gonna let somebody else come on, and Lady Chann, I'm gonna come on through and subscribe. I got it right that time, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good day or evening. I'm not sure where. Well, he's in America. I think it's a day in some parts still. Why didn't Wilder improve after the first fight? Someone said. I didn't know what that means. What do you think that putting on the extra weight fared any part in that?
Nah,
It just wasn't something wrong, like what we were saying.
That's where I was going with it.
Yeah.
I got like 10 minutes. I gotta go do homework.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries. You've been here way longer than what I thought you would, and I massively appreciate that.
Thank you.
I think you're going to be able to do. I've put the link out just in case, guys. If you want to get in the last 10 minutes of Fred. If not, we shall wrap it up. Let me just put it again in there. Anybody wants to come through? Last 10 minutes. Fred has to do. Yeah, you got to keep that student of the month thing going, man. We call it. We have it at my daughter's school. We have Star of the Week.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, they call it Star of the Week, and they give them like
no, that's amazing.
Certificates and stuff like that. Yeah, that's good though, man.
Yeah.
Do your kids like boxing?
Nah. They don't watch boxing at all.
Oh, don't they?
More so my daughter. My daughter, whenever I sit on the couch for an hour, she's always under me. So
yes, I
spend a lot of time with her.
Yeah.
Lincoln is more independent. He goes from Minecraft to the piano. Yeah. Then he goes upstairs and plays with his iPad so he can be alone. You know, that shit.
Yeah, it's different. Us girls, sometimes we want to be all around daddy. Yeah, that's cool. I used to play the piano as well. So yeah. I used to play the piano, the flute, the trombone, all at grade level as well. So yeah, still really love my instruments. I don't think anybody else is coming through.
Well, I appreciate it.
So thank you, Fred, for coming on. Like I said, you know it goes. We go through ebbs and tides, ebbs and flows, or what it is, up, downs. But it always comes around, and we're going to see what happens July 24th. I can't wait, but let me just say I'm not watching it on the 24th. I've decided not to watch it, not because of Wilder. I watch it the next day. You know why? Because of Fury. Because I refuse to give him my pay-per-view money because of him being a liar, like doing that lie, knowing that he was fighting the whole time. So I'm gonna watch it for free. It's gonna kill me to not watch it at the same time as everybody. I may fold.
It'll be free somewhere and you can watch it.
Yeah, I know, but I may fold and still just do it. But like, I just don't. Yeah,
I'll be there, so
you'll be there, won't you? Will you be doing any interviews?
I don't think I want to, because I want to bring them on so we can have that engagement with the fans and stuff. So I may do a handful, but now I'm gonna really focus on getting them as guests on the barbershop. You know,
that'll be
running around getting a lot more interviews. That way we can sit down with them for an hour, 30 minutes.
Yeah, man, it's much better. And that's good. And then everybody, guys, he's Fred the Barbershop. No, Fred. Barbershop Conversations Live.
And you'll be on June 24th.
Am I on June 24th? Why did I think I was 28th? I'm 24th, right? Yeah. So I'm the day before.
June 24th. June 24th. Oh, June
24th. Sorry.
June 24th.
July is when the fight is. Like,
yeah. So
guys, I will be over at the Barbershop June 24th. Fred, what time is it? Am I on? What's the time of your show? For me, it's 6 a.m.
9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And for me, it's 6 a.m. So I got to go to bed, wake up,
go to bed early,
jump on to get snagged off by a super chat. Great. Great. No, but I look forward and I'm excited. Anyway, thank you, Fred, for coming on. Massively appreciated for all of you guys coming through like a mile in. Woo. Yeah. So thanks a lot, Fred. And I shall hit you anyway. DM.
Yeah.
I'm here. Salute, King.
Appreciate you, Queen. Thank you. Thanks to the chat too. I appreciate it, for sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Fred. Bye.
Okay. I've never been. Okay. How do I get on this side?
Yes, yeah. Oh yeah, because he's on the other side. Guys, that was amazing. Thank you so much for everybody tapping in. Takam, I don't know if that's a troll account. I need to ask actually. I need to ask. I keep forgetting to ask Takam. Is it really you? But if it is, he's been coming through and supporting quite a bit, actually. So yeah. You're not interested, Lisa, as well. I know. You're like me, man. I don't want to say, all right, I've got to draw from the powers of you. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to watch it the July 25th. Yeah, stand by the grounds of what's right. Salute, Fred. You guys are all in the chats having great convo. I love it. But yeah, that's where I'm at, 3 hours in, and you guys have all been there with me. Big up to Fred's people coming. What am I playing? Great show. Thanks. Great live stream as always. Gracias. Thank you for everybody tuning in, man. I want to say, let me just shout out everybody then. So we're going to shout out BG. You need to wrench up the real Takan so you know. Yeah, true. It's true. Samia Lu. in the building. Sammy, as always, great supporter. Lisa Bales in the building. Angus in the building. Shelton Moore in the building. I have to shout out Sentos that came through because he may not be in the chat and I don't want to leave him out. 22B in the building. Dodge, whether you're saying good things or bad things in the building. You're welcome, Sammy. Who else have we got? Who else have we got? We got Method the Madness in the building. DJ. We've got loads of people. I'm just going to call them out. Kevin Brown in the building. Who else? Semper Till I Die in the building. Everyone's in the building. Alan Skill in the building. Thanks for coming through. Javier what's your name? Javier Orozco in the building. Iffy in the building. Oh man, everyone in the building. Boxing Kingdom, you're large. All the boxing channels, you're large. I can't even say your name. This guy, you're large. Claude and Marcellus. That's it. Dodge 172, already held you up. Everybody. Andre Southgate, David Graver. We didn't have what's not it. We had loads of other people. Now I can't go any further up in the chat. All the guys that sent in the super chats, massively appreciated. And I am signing off. Yo, hey girl, this Lady Chann, nonetheless. Big shouts out to Fred the Barbershop. Come up with Chann, gun, salute.